Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome, hope we're all doing very well. Welcome to the Death Before Dishonour tournament, and in the semi-final we are going to be having the Ninja Pingvin going up against Mr. Parkmap. So, how is everybody doing? Hope we're all having a fantastic day. It looks like we're going to be having the Ever Chicken, Mr. Human Boy. We are going to be having the Muck Right Face. How are we doing? Parkmap, HGM, how are we all doing? Yes, this is going to be a land battle tournament. So it's going to be DVD specifically for this week, and then moving into next week we should have some other tournaments for you. For going forward, I should be trying to be back a lot more now. Things have really settled down in life, which is quite nice. I've been quite bombarded with work and life and just everything at the moment. So I'm really looking forward to getting back and just doing lots and lots more tournaments essentially. So in the semis we have two sets ready to go. So Parkmap versus the Ninja Pingvin, and then we have the Blackthorn going up against Papa Palpatine. So some good games to come forward. Good games to come forward. So the pick and balance here for these bad boys. So we had Parkmap pick first. So he picked Ogre Kingdoms, Dark Elves and Kislev. So pretty interesting picks. And Bad Dwarfs. And Ninja banned Kislev and then picked High Elves. Yeah, I think that's pretty good there for him. I think if I had Ogres or Dark Elves, I probably would have gone Dark Elves against High Elves, but I still think, nonetheless, I think Ogres might struggle here. I think Ogres might struggle, but maybe, just maybe there's a little way we can pull this one out of the bag. Let's just see if the gentlemen are ready. Because I'm certainly ready. I'm very ready, that's for sure. I'm very interested to see how Parkmap is going to deal with this one. I would say this is high elf favoured. Buckleload of Spearmen. It's going to be, you know, Loffen Sea Guard. You name it, like cheap archers. Just there's going to be so much here that High Elves have that could just really hurt the Ogre Kingdoms. It's going to be an interesting one. Howdy, Mr. Samrek, how are we doing? So how is everybody's day? How are you all doing? How's your week been? How's your life been? It's been a while since I've seen you all. How are you? How are you? So first map's going to be Galboraz, and it looks like we're going to have Teclis. Teclis here with some very, very serious halberd action. We're going to be seeing, oh, very nice, we're going to be seeing some of the Regiment of Renowned Dragon Princes, and it's like here we are going to see some of the lovely ladies. So they're going to bring in all of the armor-piercing danger, a triple of the bolt throwers, which is pretty interesting. That's going to be bye-bye there to some of the Morfang cavalry with some archers and then some spearmen. Interesting, interesting. This is certainly a very, very Chad pick. I like it, I like it. Hey, Loopy, how are we? A born commentator. How you doing, Ad Morton? How you doing, man? Doing great, aren't you? Me? Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I've got lots ready to go. Lots ready to go. It's been quite a bit coming forward in the last couple of weeks for me in regards to work and life. So I've been sorting those things out, but now we're ready to play some Warhammer, and I'm excited. It's been a while. It's been a while, and I haven't been able to cast as much and stuff like that. So I've been missing it all. I really have been missing it all. So Ogre Balls on the frontier, lots of Noblars. I think this is the correct way here to play the Ogre Balls. I think lots of the Noblars are really, really good. Just, you know, keeping a lot of those Spearmen busy is certainly going to be the way. Noblar Trappers, I'm going to be seeing Firebelly, which is quite interesting. I think Fire Magic is not particularly great here. But we are going to be having Flamestorm, Fireballs, Eruption, which should be interesting. The Tenderizer, which I've never seen anybody use. And this one also going to have Fire Breath as well. So coming here with a full kit with the Firebelly. The Tyrant in the backside with those sneaky snacks. He is rather good in melee. And then we are going to have the double lead belchers, which is what I expected. Some of the most cost-efficient range in the game. These bad boys are rather painful to watch. You kind of decimate everything on the battlefield. So we are going to have the Fireborn at the frontier, looking glorious as always. Look at those goddamn flaming lances. It looks like they're going to be all over the park. Can't be getting those too quickly. But Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers in the back three, them in total. Teclis as well. Is he going to be here? He's going to be on foot. That is certainly a bold choice. He's going to be having the Greater Arcane Conduit, the Shield of Safri, the Wild Heart Kindle Flame. It looks like that's going to be it. The Net of Amantok, the Flaming Sword of Ruin, Chain Lightning, the Sword of Teclis, which gives more spell mastery and Winds of Magic. Really like that there as a partnership. The Scroll of Hoeth, the Bound Fiery Convocation, that'd be very good here alongside the Net. But what are they really going to use a Bound Fiery Convocation on? We've got a lot of monstrous infantry here, and lots and lots of it. So is it going to be that useful? Not too sure. I could really see something like Metal Magic here being very good. Quite interesting. Mr. Blackdawn, how are we doing? Looking forward to seeing you in the final, my friend. Looking very much forward to that indeed. Brooding, how are we doing? How are we doing? Bring on the ducks. Bring on the ducks. The big quacks, everything else in between. So shots firing at the front here. Bolts coming into the backside. And a very good choice here coming after the lead belchers. I think that's going to be quite a nice target. Certainly don't want these big lead boys getting into the backside. A couple of the models are going to be dropping in the back. They've well and truly been skewered by all of these big, large Eagle bolts firing into the front line. So we are going to have the Fireball Dragon Princes. Lancers going to be dropping here in the middle. The big fiery boys themselves in their beautiful crimson red thump straight into the front line. But of course the Ogres with the Iron Fists are going to be, countering all that charge bonus. A nice thump in the front. Definitely want to get the Fireball back out now. And of course, there's going to be no healing here for these bad boys. Teclis, I believe, didn't bring Apotheosis or anything like that. So, firing in the front with the Sisters of Avalon, they're going to get thumped by the nice men of the Lead Belchers. We see on the flanks here, the Loth and Seaguard going to be shooting to the best of their ability. We heard a net go down, but I don't see where the net was. Looks like a net's going to be in the back here, and a lovely bound fire reconfiguration doing good work up against the Noblars. Two of these bad boys are going to go down here with some nice damage on the Ogre Ball Iron Fists. Charging in the backside, we're going to see Saber Tusks, pretty good armor-piercing values, but they're going to get thumped down here by the Fireborn. They're going to rampage and now have to fight up against the anti-large Loth and Seaguard. Spearman in the backside, and we can see here, sadly not going to be holding still, is going to be the Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. They're going to be chasing some units in the back that are running away. So definitely want to get these back, under control. I'd like to see this Morfang Cavalry just getting a little bit busier. Very, very expensive. We'd like to see them getting into the back pocket here that's nice and open and charging down some of these Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. In the front, Teclis is going to be taking on a mounted wave of Ogre Balls. We see the Fireborn dancing around the battlefield. Lancers are going to be dropping as they charge into the backside of the Noblars. Balance of power is going to be even, but I think the Ogre Balls are doing okay so far. Are they going to get the win here? It's hard to say so far, but we are going to get a Flamestorm in the back up against the Bolt Thrower. So we do see Noblar Trappers going to be kind of just holding the backside here, protecting up against the Lead Belchers. Lead Belchers just going to be unleashing cannibals in the front up against the Phoenix Guard, the elite of the elite. And this can be the problem with such expensive infantry. Cheap units can really take them down quite quickly, and it can be quite a bit of a nightmare. In the middle, we are going to have the Fire Belly with the Scroll of Hoeth going down. That's going to reduce that power rate, increase cooldowns as well there, which can be quite handy. Tyrant's going to be thumping in the middle up against the Spearman. Definitely want to get your Phoenix Guard dealing with the Lord Choice there. Teclis can't do that on his own. And now we're going to be having the Elite Cavalry up against Elite Cavalry. So Morfang Cavalry, Net of Amintok going down, fighting up against the Fireborn here. Bit of an interesting one. Of course, Fireborn don't have much AP, but the Morfang Cavalry certainly do. So they're going to be coming in with these great weapons, with also that bonus first large. In the middle, Spearman going to be joining the fray here, fighting and pushing off the Morfang Cavalry. Very good work indeed. And it looks like here the Fireborn are going to remain the champions of the cavalry of old. In the middle, Spearman going to be breaking. And it looks like some of these Eagle Claw Bolt Throw teams going to get ripped apart here by the Ogre Ball Iron Fists. And then we have the backside of the Loth and Seaguard firing into the pocket. It looks like here, unfortunately, the High Elves are going to be dwindling in numbers and balance of power. But Teclis is still looking rather healthy. Teclis is still going to be holding this crew together. It looks like the cavalry do return here. We are going to get a nice surround on Teclis. In the middle, we're going to be wavering here. The Flaming Sword of Rowan has been activated for the Phoenix Guard, giving all those bonuses to their melee stats. But sadly, they are going to break under the mass fire here of the Lead Belchers. This is definitely where you wanted the Fireball, getting around the back and shutting down this unit of range, because they're just going to delete all your expensive units and just be a nightmare in total. In the backside, the Sisters of Avalon do return to the battlefield. That is rather handy indeed, and they'll take down these Ogre Balls rather quickly. They have an incredible level of DPS. In the back, Teclis is going to be running. Looks like we're going to be trying to reform ranks in the backside. Actually, wouldn't mind maybe seeing some of these Sisters taking down the Tyrant. We are going to see the ability here, which is going to be... I forgot the name of the spell now. But the Fiery Convocation trying to come down on the Noblars. But, of course, it's such a long wind-up spell that you can just move there with the Noblars. In the backside, Saber Tusks on the left flank are going to be returning here to the battlefield. Same here with a lot of the Lead Belchers. Looks like 4 models in total, but that's still a lot of damage here in the middle. Chain Lightning going down on top of the Noblar Trappers. Don't hate that. Not too bothered about it either. Probably would have preferred to see that on some of the more of the Ogre Ball units. Looks like it's going to be stabilizing a little bit. Still in the favor here, though, of the Ogre Balls and the majority of the Ogre Kingdoms. And these lead belchers are starting to run out of ammunition, however. In the middle, Phoenix Guard charging forward. The Fireborn really needs to get in the back and shut down these lead belchers because they will ruin this very expensive unit of cavalry. So they're going to be firing in the front. Model's going to be dropping here so goddamn quickly, losing hundreds and hundreds of health per second for every single fire coming down here from these handheld cannons. Fireborn do drop the Lancers. They are going to be charging into the back, and that's going to be pretty detrimental here to the lead belchers. They're not very good in melee combat. Lots of armor here for the Fireborn. Spearmen also getting into the back. This is quite a big win here coming forward from Ninja Penguin, but I don't know if it's too late. I could possibly imagine so. In the middle, this is going to be a Flaming Sword of Ruin. Is that going to be upgraded? I didn't quite see that there. Yes, it is going to be upgraded. So it's going to be a 35 meter radius, giving bonuses to all units there. It looks like we are going to be routing with the Fireborn. I don't see their banner anywhere. So I don't think they've shattered. I think they've just broken. But we do see Spearmen fighting in the middle. We see Ogre Balls joining as well. We just need to get as many Spearmen in the front as possible. Firebelly in the backside is going to be fighting, I think, up against Teclis here. He's now also going to be going up against the Tyrant. And that probably will spend the end of the game. We are going to be firing in lots of damage coming from the Sisters of Avalon. I just don't think it's going to be enough. We needed a bit of a net of Amatok here in the middle. But Teclis is going to get butchered. And I believe that's probably going to be army losses. Are we going to be on the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower? It looks like we're not. We are going to be breaking, and that's going to be army losses. Really, really cool army there from the High Elves. Really cool. I think that possibly could have won. I really do think that could have won. I just think it needed to shut down the lead belchers a little bit quickly. If the lead belchers don't get at least 2 to 2,500 value, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked. 1.6. Oh, really? Only 1,600. I'm quite surprised. I'm quite surprised. Okay, very interesting. So 1,600 there for the lead belchers because they single-handedly took down a unit of Sisters of Avalon and then also the Fireborn. Interesting stuff. 2,270 there for the Firebelly, with also 180 there for the Tyrant. Tyrant really not doing very much. Maybe the Firebelly was doing all the damage here up against Teclis. Not too sure. But 500 there for the Morfang Cavalry. A little bit underwhelming, I must say so. 380 there for the Iron Fists, with 70 and 800 as well. So, okay, not great. 150, 600 there for the Saber Tusks, 400, 300, and 700 for the Ogre Balls. Ogre Balls, very, very strong. Very, very strong indeed. 97 for the Noblar Trappers, with 150, 140, 92, 160, and 50 there for the Noblars. So, Spearmen, 700, 170, 266, 340, and 71. Can't help but think if we maybe had the Silvering Guard, maybe 1 or 2 Silvering Guard in there, I actually probably would have dropped Sisters of Avalon and the Phoenix Guard, dropped both the Sloth and the Sea Guard, and just made them regular archers, like 3 regular archers, 2 extra Silvering Guard in there, maybe even 3 if you can afford it. I think you would have been looking a lot better there, but still, I think this is a really cool build, and you don't normally see builds like this. Like, you could just go super meta, super cheap, super wide, but I think this is more fun. I really, really like this kind of build. So 600 for Teclis, 2.8k for the Fireborn. I mean, that's a hell of a performance. The R bonus was large, really good charge bonuses, really tanky, 110 armor, like 20% physical resistance, and I think they reduced it. I think it's only 40% fire resistance now. It used to be like 70%. It was absurd. But still, nonetheless, yeah, very, very good stuff. 275 there for the Phoenix Guard. Bit of a shame. 500 there for the Sisters of Avalon. They pay a lot for armor piercing. Not really too much to use that armor piercing on. Of course, you know, if we did bring a Stonehorn here, that's where you would see the Sisters. But you've also got 3 Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. So 300, 280, and 300 there for the Bolt Throwers. Yeah, interesting one. But we saw 770 for 20 there for the Lothan, with, yeah, the rest for the Spearmen. So, yeah, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. It was certainly quite a fun battle indeed. At Logic, they will win when CA fixed them. What do you mean, HGM? What do you mean? Do you mean High Elves? Do you mean they'll win when they fix them? Actually, High Elves are really strong in the meta. HDM. If you're talking about High Elves are really strong in the meta. I don't agree with that at all. I think he could have used more Dragon. Oh, I think so too, Ad. I think so too. I think actually Dragon Princes seem to do really, really well there. I thought they might lose to the Morfang Cavalry great weapons, but they actually seem to do pretty decent, which was quite surprising. I think also they get a lot more bonuses because instead of being 50% and then losing all those like defensive stats, it's now 25%. So there was a lot more bonuses there, and you know, high elves were like not that strong in Warhammer 2, but Warhammer 3, just that 50% to 25% makes such a difference. It really does make such a difference. Really, really so. So Estalion Tomb is going to be the next one. So Estalion Tomb. Excellent, excellent. I have made high elves for 5 years and they've always been meh. I mean, yeah, but you're also talking Warhammer 2 here, right? In Warhammer 2 they weren't as good, but in Warhammer 3 they have certainly been buffed. They certainly have been buffed. There's no shadow of a doubt about that. They really are a lot better. They're all even quite scary in domination at times. Obviously, they're not going to be one of the main 3, but they're still a very, very scary faction, for sure. Strong in the one shotgun meta. Got to go double dragon with high elves. I love that. I love that. See what you guys had to say. Sir Tarquin, hello my friend. So if you don't know Sir Tarquin, do go check him out. I'm going to leave a little link to Sir Tarquin. He's a bit of a legend in the community if you don't know him. Let me find you here, Mr. Tarquin. I will find you. Do bear with me, people. Sir Tarquin has just made a YouTube channel, and he's also going to be doing some other commentating and stuff like that for a bit of fun. So do go check out Mr. Tarquin here down low, and go give him some love. Really, really nice guy. I think I spelled that right. Tarquin. Yes. So Sir Tarquin, if you don't know, Sir Tarquin was the lovely gentleman that made my YouTube picture, also made Ducky's YouTube picture, and he's going to be doing some YouTubey stuff there as well. So do go check him out, go give him some love, a little bit of a subscribe, and maybe, you know, watch a couple of his videos, see what he's all about. But he's a really, really, really nice dude. So please, please, please do go check him out. Do go check him out. So scoreboard, we are going to have one there on the door for the big man himself. Park map is going to be on the return. Looks like here. So, it looks like Ninja picked Skaven Dark Elves Lizardmen, banned the Warriors of Chaos. I will pick Demons and ban Dark Elves. So it's either going to be Lizardmen or Skaven. Oh no, he bans Lizardmen, sorry. So Ninja's going to go Dark Elves. Okay, so it's going to be Dark Elves against the Demons of Chaos. Oh! I have absolutely no idea about this matchup. No idea whatsoever. I'm excited for this one. There's a lot of matchups that I just don't know, because there are now so many matchups. I just don't know. Listen, we all know that Sir Tarquin is a legend in the community. We just know that. We just know that. There's no flattery there. It just is a true state fact. That's just it. But yeah, please go check him out. Please do. Don't play that much land battles because people always just draw kite you. But in Dom, they are pretty bad. Land battle, well, if you are better than your opponent, you can win, but they are really limited. Tarquin has a Beastman banner. Insta sub. I love that, Rakejan. Yeah. So if you don't know Tarquin, Rakejan is also a content creator, and he loves the Beastmen. He loves his Beastmen. So it looks like you got yourself straight on there. Yes, I'm actually coaching Rakejan with some Beastmen play at the moment. So just to let you guys know, I do a bit of coaching in Warhammer, and if you guys do want to come forward, and so at the moment I'm teaching Rakejan how to use Beastmen in land battles and domination, and kind of how to optimize that. And actually Rakejan's come a really, really long way. As a player, you know, since starting with Ducky, moving over to me. If anybody else does want to get involved with a bit of coaching, do feel free to let me know. I coach in multiplayer and, you know, trying to help people get better where they can. I'll try and instill some of the knowledge that I've gained from coaching, playing, you know, all those kind of things. So do let me know. Missed on both lizard and rats. I know. They are. We'll definitely see some lizards and rats today. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Demons of Chaos suck. I think Demons of Chaos are fun. I think they're like seriously fun. Like I do not think they're like really that competitive, but I think against certain matchups they are really good. Oh, okay. This is exciting. So, I don't know about this. It looks like we're going to have a beast. We're also going to have 3 units of the bloodletters. Oh my god, just basic furies as well. Plague toads, some blue horrors. It looks like he's just... It looks like... it really looks like PartMap has just spam clicked whatever he could find on the Demons of Chaos screen and just put it together. I'm sure there's some thinking in there somewhere, but that's hilarious. Oh my god, right, we're going to have Mimas Darkblade, and then we're going to be having double Carabidis. Oh my days. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what Ninja's trying to do to me, but this is some elite gameplay. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Funny though, Demons and High Elves are the time in the same tier according to top players. I don't know. I think Demons are way more limited. And it depends who you mean by top players. Also, like, I still don't think there is a meta that is stabilized right now. I really do not think there's a meta that's stabilized. Like, a lot of people think that dwarfs are just garbage in domination. I don't actually agree with that. I don't think they're great, but I do not think they're pure garbage. So, yo, what's up, doggy dog? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well today. So we're gonna have some of my plague boys, hippity hoppity. Here they come to claim your property. The boys are inbound. We're gonna have some of the exalted Seeker chariots. Excited to see those bad boys. Hopefully they've been fixed and whatnot, but you know, maybe not. Maybe not. Nurglings in the front, the boys here that spread all that pestilence and have no idea they're doing so. In the backside, some of the flamers of Tzeentch, backed up here by the Beast of Nurgle, and then we are going to be having the Horror of Tzeentch magic. So we're going to be having the Infernal Gateway, a beautiful spell indeed, and that very powerful blue fire of Tzeentch. In the sky, we are going to have the big boy, the Red Ogre, the Prince of Slaughter. So I assume this is the Khorne one. He's going to be having Gorfy, so he can heal in melee combat, fueled by Rage, and then also Hellblade. He's also going to have the Demonic Onslaught alongside Deathbringer, which is very, very exciting. Oh, I think he's going to be very good, especially like healing in combat. This could be interesting. So at the frontier, coming from the Ninja man himself, the Dark Riders in the front are going to be leading the Druchii line. Alongside here, some more Dark Riders. Looks like at the back we have some Bleak Swords, the darkest of all the elves, backed up here by some Blackguard of Nagron, which really do show absolutely no emotion. These boys are terrifying. Those halberds really do bonk on the front door, and they'll kill you incredibly quickly if given the chance. War Hydras in the pocket. Oh, it's actually War Hydras, my bad. I thought it was a Carabidis. Never mind. But we are going to get the Fiery Breaths. I can't believe we're not going to see the Regiment of Renown. That's such a shame. But still, we are going to be having regen, armor piercing. Hopefully, they've kind of fixed their leadership problems. They were kind of a bit janky in Warhammer 2, but still nonetheless. So the Warp Sword of Cain, love that. Alongside here, the Blood Price, Zarkin, as well as the Deadly Onslaught and the Demon Curse. Bit showing these on foot, would like to see him there on his mount. The Cold One really does bolster quite nicely. Dark Riders, of course, can only fire whilst looking forward. They can't kind of, shoot and scoot, which is a bit of a problem. But we do have Furies coming across, just going to be the regular ones, which do have magic damage, apparently, just the regular ones. So that's quite nice. They're going to be getting the backside here, compromising where they can. So a bit of a side charge there coming from Ninja. He wants this beef, and I do not blame him. I would get in there nice and quickly. He's got to be careful. The big demon boy is coming across. I'd like to see some shots firing in the sky up against him. He only has 90 armor, which, I say only 90. 90's okay, but yeah, he'll do some good damage here. Mostly his weapon stats are what's going to be carrying him. Anti-large. What's his bonus for large? That's a good question. Bonus was large of 25. That's pretty impressive, actually. Let's look at the backside here. The Exalted Seeker will struggle up against the Cavalry. But looks like we are going to get away here with the Dark Riders. Definitely want to shoot some of the Hippity Hoppity. They're big targets, and there'll be lots of damage to be had there for sure. In the middle, definitely with the War Hydras, maybe getting some breath attacks here on the big Prince of Slaughter. They're actually going to dive forward Is the big man going to do this? Are we going to see part map challenge against these three? Probably not. It's not really all that wise, but you know, it could be quite nice. But the one nice thing we have here with the War Hydras is if we do use the blue flame, they're just going to heal. It's going to have that regen in the back pocket, which means they're not going to get taken down too quickly here. Going to be shooting in the sky, a little bit of free damage coming down on the big Red Prince of Slaughter and the Bloodletters. Now, Bloodletters could be a bit of an interesting one. They'll butcher most of the infantry units here. Not the cavalry getting caught. The Exalted Seeker is going to be in the back, and now is going to get punished by the War Hydra. Shots from the sky, bit of a scoot and shoot here from the Siege Caster, with some of the Warp Flame here now coming over the top on the Dark Riders. These boys will shred almost anything in Warhammer 3. In the middle, Seeker Chariot is just going to be doing what the Seeker Chariot does best, which is knife and butter action here on the infantry line. Got to be careful of the War Hydras. It looks like we are going to have the Dark Riders getting compromised here by the Prince of Slaughter. In the backside here, Bleaksword's now going to be fighting up against the Bloods. And it looks like they're going to thump really hard here in the front. So Bleaksword's going to be coming up against some of these Bloodletters. And Bloodletters will thump these down rather quickly. So 34 melee attack with a bonus versus infantry here of 9, which is rather impressive. That will take them down incredibly quickly. So the Prince of Slaughter is going to be doing all the butchery here up against the Dark Riders. Flamers coming over the top as well. And it looks like we are going to have the double War Hydras fighting here up against Bloodletters. In the backside, Malice is also going to be joining the fight. Nurgly trying to get around the corner, but we do see here the Demon Curse for that negative leadership and melee defense. A little bit late to the party is going to be the Black Guard, but I don't mind seeing, you know, most of the damage happening here in the backside. Definitely want to see the Dark Riders getting in the back and compromising these Flamers of Tzeentch. Definitely want to be seeing that happening. Flamers now going to be, oh my god, that is just filthy. Filthy, filthy work here up against the Black Guard in the middle. Look at this damage. These things are disgusting. Get these Bleak Swords in here. Get them in here now because they are ruining the face of these Black Guards. They are melting armor and everything else in between. A fantastic spell of the Infernal Gateway in the middle. And this thing is just beautiful. Like, the guys here at CA have just done a wonderful job with this Air of Effect damage spell. It is very, very gorgeous indeed. And that's going to be 2 units of very expensive infantry going from 100 down to 0 here in a small matter of time. In the backside here, the Bleak Sword's not going to be doing too much. Plague Toads, looks like they're trying to chase up against the Dark Riders. Bit of a turn and burn there on the Flamers, but it looks like now the Black Guard going to be pushing through. Blue Horror's going to be now meeting the front line, trying to get some of those sneaky shots into the front. But it looks like here for the majority, Dark Elves are going to be falling behind. The Beast of Nurgle is going to be fighting up against the Bleak Swords. Bloodletter is going to be clearing up the rest. And the Exalted Seeker Chariot going to just be cackling through the battlefield as it finishes off most of the infantry. Looks like some of the cavalry going to be on the left-hand side. Definitely want to see them getting into this sort of pocket here. Let's get some drawing on the map. Definitely want to see them getting here and certainly shooting in towards, because over in this direction there's not really much that they're going to be shooting at. So it's a lot of gold, not really doing too much on the battlefield. Looks like still the War Hydras are going to be going. War Hydras will do some nice work here up against the Blue Horrors. Good win there, but you need to push in the back up against the Flamers. Flamers will ruin everything in this build. Just one unit is very, very powerful indeed. Lord Choice is going to be healing, fighting up against the Black Guard. That was the main counter here up against the Big Prince himself. Archers now slightly coming in, but of course they're going to be probably firing through the trees, so you've got to be careful there. Black Guard do break in the backside. Just push them off maybe with some Nurglings or something cheap just to get them off the battlefield, that's for sure. Flame is now going to get pushed down by the War Hydra. Quite an expensive push there from them, but still they're going to do all the good work. Lovely flame attack here coming down from the War Hydras. Not too sure what their target was. Maybe just the Plague Toads here. But Plague Toads are going to come across the map now, probably fight here up against the Black Guard of Naggarond. Exalted Chariots coming across here up against the Dark Riders. I managed to merge the Seeker Chariots together, and yeah, it was quite interesting. Black Guard coming through, and that looks to be it. Dark Riders on top probably do need to get some action here in the middle. We still have Zarkon, so the game is not over, that's for sure. The game is not over. The Beast of Nurgle are going to be fighting here up against Malice, who's going to be using the Blood Price, and then also the Deadly Onslaught. The Demon Curse going down as well, and it looks like here the big Chunkers is going to fall. The big green boy is going to be getting absolutely slaughtered here. And yeah, very good stuff here coming from Malice. He's going to be finishing off rather quickly. 500 armor piercing weapon strength is no joke. So he's been finished off. So what is left here on the battlefield? We do see here the Prince is going to do quite nicely in the pocket. We are going to break with the Blackguard of Nagron. They do have ITP, so Terra's not going to be doing as well here. Blackguard going to charge up against the Plague Toads. And it looks like we have some Dark Riders that need to come around the corner and start shooting here up against the Raiders. Exalted Seeker is going to be chasing off some more repeater crossbows, more repeater crossbows in the back there, but we do actually have the double War Hydras coming across. If we keep Malice and the double War Hydras together, there's no reason the Dark Elves can't win. It actually looks like Balance of Power is going to be pulling into the Dark Elf favour. Flamers in the back are going to be shooting up against the War Hydras. Do we have anything to stop them? I mean, we do. We have repeater crossbows in the back. They certainly could get round, compromise the bad boys and finish them off, but it's 3 ammunition. It is 3 ammunition. Yeah, I actually don't hate him coming after the Prince of Slaughter here. It looks like the Blue Flame going to be fighting up against Malice, but Malice will heal in combat here thanks to the Warp Sword. I think Malice Darkblade was a bit early there, but it looks like we are going to get the Reaper Assaults, which is just a redonkulous amount of damage. It is just a seriously ridiculous amount of damage. Reaper's Assaults just does dumb levels of damage. The problem here with going straight into Malice as of now is the Demon Prince can just run away here. He has no reason to fight in this battle. We've got the Seeker Chariot on the floor. We have Warp Flame going here, and now Malice Darkblade is just going to be dying, which is yeah, a little bit unfortunate. We can dive here up against the Exalted, 484 weapon strength, and we're going to be getting some bonuses soon. We do jump down there with the War Hydra. We see the Exalted Seeker getting out of there, and it looks like we are going to be shooting with the repeater crossbows. Probably want the repeater crossbows just coming over here, chasing these off for melee combat. They'll shoot whilst chasing as well, and then just allow the War Hydra to come back in and fight with this nice big goon blob. In the middle, we are going to see that the Prince of Slaughter are going to be fighting up against the War Hydra. We do see the Dark Riders. They are going to be shooting, I think... No, they're going to be exalted. They're going to be shooting the Exalted Seeker Chariot. Wouldn't hate them shooting the Prince of Slaughter, who's actually going to be using the Demonic Onslaught and the Death Bringer. So he's going to be up to 902 armor-piercing weapon strength with bonus first large. That will slaughter this War Hydra in a matter of seconds. In the middle, we're now going to use the ability of Mimus, and he's going to be having the Bloodstorm activated, but nothing's attacking him, so I think that's probably not called for right here. More Bloodletters going to join the fray, and the War Hydra is now going to be coming back into the fight. Dark Riders are going to be cleaning up in the backside. They don't have great melee stats, but neither do the Flamers. Down to 13 melee defense with 19 melee attack there for the Dark Riders, so it's going to be a pretty interesting fight here. Looks like maybe they might be winning in combat. This is going to be pretty even. So, in the backside, we're going to be healing here with the War Hydra. Giving up the assault there with the Prince of Slaughter was an interesting one. Maybe some blue flames in the back pocket. Looks like we are going to be clearing out the Bloodletters. So it was a flaming attack in the sky trying to go down on the Zinch. Probably would have been better to fire here up against the Prince of Slaughter. Blue Flame slams up against Mimus, but Mimus is going to be on his own. Okay, so it looks like the Bloodletters are falling. We are fighting in the backside there with the Flamers, so we are obeying the attacking rules. We do see here the Reaper Souls has been now activated. That's going to be healing whilst doing damage up against the Prince of Slaughter. So there's going to be some lovely damage in the middle up against the Lord Choice. I think that could... Oh, big hit there from the War Hydra. Could spell the end here. Oh, I don't know if we can get out with the Lord Choice here. I think that is going to be army losses. Looks like we do actually win there with the Flamers. If we get the Lord Choice out, maybe, just maybe, we could get back into this with the Flamers coming back in. No, that's army losses. GG's and well played to Ninja, who's going to be getting the win here with the Dark Elves. Very, very nice stuff indeed. Yo, what's up, Ducky? I have a feeling that Rebane guy is going to win the tournament. That is what I've heard. I've heard Rebane definitely won. Did Palmad just really ban Ninja's High Elves? No. First game, Rebane was High Elves against Ogres. High Elves against Ogres. High Elves against Ogres. Hi Rebecca, how we doing? Double Hydra, I love seeing builds we didn't see in 2. Yeah, same man, same. These are just 2 really fun builds. 2,200 there for Mimus, 1.4 and 850 there for the War Hydra. 417, 960 there still for the Blackguard and Agron, and they got shot down quick. We saw 500, 700, 580 there for repeater crossbows, and they weren't shooting for only maybe 50% of the game. So that's still pretty good value, I must say. We saw 580, 140 there for the bleak swords, 450, 440, and 170. And then we're going to be seeing 360 for the Dark Riders. 1.3k there for the Prince of Slaughter. Very interesting. Quite surprised by that. There was many times here that I think that part map certainly could have won this. Having the Prince of Slaughter just ganging up on one of the War Hydras, but it's a lot simpler said than done, I must say. 2,200 from the Tzeentch caster. I mean, Tzeentch magic is absurd. I absolutely love it. 830 there from the Exalted Seeker Chariot. Love to see these things. It seems that the single entity variants do a lot better than the multi-entity variants, which is good to see. 120 kills, very nice work. 1,900 from the Flamers. I was really I don't think there is a Regiment of Renown, right? I don't think there is, but I was a bit worried if a Regiment of Renown came in from the Flamers. It could be quite interesting because they're very powerful. 660. 320, 700 there from the Bloodletters, 250 from the Beast of Nurgle. I thought when the game started, the Beast of Nurgle was going to be a bit like the Warhammer 2 Manticore. I thought it was going to be, a big terror-causing 800 gold unit that was going to be really scary because it also has regen. It doesn't quite have that mobility, but yeah, it's not that good. I wish it was better, but it's just not. And he got butchered by Malice rather quickly. 220 there for the Chaos Furies, 300 from the Plague Toads, with 400 there for the Blue Horrors, 260, and 216 there for the Nurglings. So we've got a bit of everything, we've got a bit of Slaanesh, we've got all of the demons in there, which was quite nice to see. Quite like that build. Alright, so the final map, Gorgazan. Gorgazan. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. I think a member of DBD will win. Rebane, you know what? I think you might be able to see the future, my friend. I think you might be able to see the future. Palmap has been OP for too long. Say really needs to nerf him. Dude, I agree. Man, this guy has just been unbelievably strong, especially with the level of memes he brings in. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair. Yo, what's up, Mr. Zypher? GG's well played. It's the law. Yeah, Ninja gets endless high elf picks. It's the law. Fair enough. Archeon hits three hits Malice. Fair enough. Thanks to Pop now I have read Olgor exists. Yeah, I didn't know he exists either, to be quite honest. Didn't even know. Nakai one hit Archeon 100% Ducky. Like, he just brings that big mace to the battlefield, and he hits Archeon once, and he's just a simp for Archeon Archeon's just a simp forever, just like me. Right, so let's see what the picks and bans were here. Mr. Partmap has been a champion. I'm now going Kislev, Dark Elves, Bretonia, banning Cathay. I mean, Cathay are powerful. Ninja will go Warriors of Chaos, ban Kislev. He does not want Partmap to play Kislev. So it looks like it's going to be Dark Elves versus the Warriors of Chaos. Now, I haven't seen many of the changes. I'm not going to lie to you. Let me try and see if I can get some of these changes up now for us all whilst we're here in the background waiting. I know there was lots of changes from CA in regards to fixing up some factions. Let's see if there's any changes for the Warriors of Chaos. Right, let's get on to this. Sorry, I saw a message there. There we go. There was a hot fix there. Let's go to the 2.1 update. So let's go down to some of the changes here. Let's scoot this boot across so I can see all of you on the live stream as well. Who's in the other semi? In the other semi today, Mr. Ducky of War, we have Papa Palpatine up against Blackthorn, which will be a showdown of the ages. AI rules and logic. They've even put me in the patch notes, ladies and gentlemen. They know just how powerful I am, and they've had to deal with me. So, the Law of Shadows, a bit of Shades, Talons of Night for the Grand Fate, and the Infernal Gateway currently offer far too little counterplay, such as we are increasing the... Oh yeah, so it looks like they're going to increase the Winter Magic there for them, quite like that. And it looks like they're going to increase the cast time as well. And then overall armor piercing has gone down. I think that's quite strong. Dark Elves, just changes to campaign. Grand Cathay, Talons of Night was changed, and then armor piercing was changed. Missile Mirror now redirects grenades as well. Interesting. Okay. Squig Herds got increased in cost. Fair enough. I don't know why that was needed for greenskins, but apparently it was. Chaos Fury's got increased. I quite like that for Khorne. I assume that's overall. Kislev, no changes. Lizardmen, Oxyotl changed. Nurgle Fury changed. Harbinger Pestilence changed. I quite like that. For Festus, changing that damage was really, really good. I think that was really important. Healing Elixirs changed. I like that. Hey, Gorgeous got more armor piercing. Nice. Gorgeous aren't as perhaps garbage as possible. 47 votes on a poll, but 20 likes. Something feels... Oh, I appreciate that, Rebane. I appreciate it. Yeah, guys, if you are enjoying today, do feel free just to leave a like. It does help. You don't have to, of course. If you don't like it, do feel free to leave a dislike. It's entirely up to you guys. Devoted Marauders of Slaanesh got increased by quite a bit. Wow. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. They were quite oppressive in Domination, and Fury's got increased. Like nothing changed for the Empire. Where is what? Let me just get to Warriors of Chaos. Where is Warriors of Chaos? Oh, hang on. Vampire Coast, no changes. Vampire Counts, I'm sure there was lots of changes. Corpse Cults changed. Yeah, Helm Gorse has changed overall. Big happy with that. Crypt Horror's got more expensive. I'm happy with that. Necromancer costs more. Happy with that. Warriors of Chaos. No changes for Warriors of Chaos? Well, okay. Fair enough. Okay, I think I'm back with it all now. Yep. Okay. So it looks like there wasn't that many changes. It looks like Warriors of Chaos. Just looks like Festus was nerfed, which is quite good. So having Festus nerfed means that Warriors of Chaos are going to be less oppressive. I don't think Festus is also going to be that useful here anyway. I wonder if they fixed the Slaanesh War Shrine, because that thing is just beyond OP. I mean, HGM, if you're going to focus on Devoted Marauders, you really ought to look at the infantry of Cathay. What are they called? The Jade Warriors. Jade Warriors are just disgustingly oppressive. Just disgustingly oppressive. They're just disgusting. I'll root for House Colin any day. What was this for? I missed this. Dishonour in the house. So here's a question for you guys. Who has been watching the new Lord of the Rings, and then who's been watching the new Dragons? Who's been watching them? Who's been watching them? House of the Dragons. Because obviously I don't want to say anything if people haven't been seeing it. Yeah, I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but both have been really awesome so far. I've really been enjoying both. Me and Ducky have been like, the second it comes out, we sit on the couch and we're like, boom, watch. No messing around. I think today we've actually got I think it's episode 3 of Lord of the Rings to watch, so quite excited for that. And also we've got to see my legendary Dowie last episode. Oh, it was good. So for a question for Ducky from Rengshan, how is the new job coming along? So for Ducky, I think Ducky's really loving the new job. I think he's really loving it. He's working like 5 days a week there, like I think like loads of hours, but I think he's loving it. He's loving it. I watched the first 2 episodes of Rings of Power. Won't be watching anymore. Oh, really? How come, Mr. Rightface? How come? Hey, Trigger, how we doing? Welcome, my friend. Welcome. I watched both. I think they're fun. Yeah, same, Horrorbeck. I think it's really cool. I'm really quite enjoying it. Yeah. If you're a Tolkien fan, it's horrible. If you're just interested in entertainment, it's a cool fantasy world. It's solid. Yeah, I mean, yeah, fair. House of Dragons is cool. Yeah, well, I don't really care about that. I just care about the entertainment. It's still the Warhammer world. Warhammer world, sorry. It's still the Lord of the Rings world. It might not be, you know, it might not be scripted exactly the way one person might have wrote it, but still, like for me, for example, like I'm a massive Dragon Ball fan. I love like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, all of the films. I love them all. Not the same person, like. Not all the same person who's done all of it. He didn't oversee everything. There was many writers that did many things, and not all fans agree on certain things. But I still just enjoy it for the entertainment purposes. You know what I mean? It's like having like Silostra in Warhammer. Like she's not a tool lore, but still she's super fun. So I'm all for it. I would rather watch something that is roughly related, you know, decently. But it's enjoyable, rather than just going to one script. But that's me personally. You know, everybody has, you know, the right to their own opinions. But you know, I quite enjoy it. Quite enjoy it. But I'm certainly very understanding that, you know, it's not the way that maybe some, you know, maybe Tolkien would have liked to portray Lord of the Rings. But at the end of the day, you know, it depends really what you're interested in. But if you don't like it, you don't like it. Do not spoil, please. I will not say a word. Will not say a word. All I will say, fantastic. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Alright, so on the front here, we are going to see some of the Dreadiest Spears. These bad boys here, alongside the Heilbronn Bro. The boys are back in town in this beautiful pink, I must say so. The bonus is large with the Poison Tip Spears. Also going to be here with the Murderous Prowess. Charge Reflection and the Expert Charge Defense. So the boys here are, my apologies, going to be ready. We are going to be having the Shades with the Great Swords for the Anti-Infantry and Armor Piercing. The Blades of the Blood Queen, the Executioners are ready. Oh, look at the boys. God damn, they are like beyond gangster. Look at these. Oh, mate, I love... The designs are insane. Like, you have to admit just how insane they are. So we're going to be having Crone Heilbronn in the middle, and she's going to be on her mount here with the Cursed Blade, alongside, of course, that Blood Frenzy, which gives us loads of armor piercing and vigor. We're also going to have the Blood Shield, that's 5% of that physical resistance. We're also going to be having the Gaze of Cain, the Witch's Brew, and the Fury of Cain. In the backside, we are going to have a Blood-Wrapped Medusa, the Cold One Knights, with Dark Riders on the flanks. We are going to have a Master in the Sky here with that Guardian and that physical resistance coming here. So given physical resistance all around is quite nice. Dark Riders here, we are going to have some of the Marauder Horsemen on the side. It's going to be scooting and shooting here up against the lightly armoured cavalry. In the front, we are going to have the Forsaken of these, just the regulars. Quite a few of the Forsaken in the front. Some Chaos Knights with Lances. Let's see a Penumbral Pendulum going down the line here up against the Blades of the Blood Queen. Some of the Gorby's Chariots in the back here, some of the Chosen Great Weapons. Love that pick. And in the middle, we are going to have the Chaos Sorcerer of Shadows. The Shadows magic here, and that Penumbral Pendulum, the Oakum's Mind Razor, and the Enfeebling Foe. The Sword of Anti-Heroes here on top of a Magical with the Evasion and the Arcane Conduit with the Paragon of Ruin. Not seen that before, but I'm all about it. All about it. So Dark Riders getting in the middle, they're going to be compromising where they can. In the front line here, going to be having Spears fighting up against the Forsaken. Forsaken will do a bit of a number here rather quickly. In the middle, we are going to have a Sorceress of Dark Magic with the Dark Star Cloak, with the Word of Pain, and the Chilled Wind. So the Blood-Wrapped Medusa in the back, she's going to be just bolting forward. Look at that! So goddamn fast, just bolt right into the backside of her own shades, which is a bit of a shame there. On the flanks, we are going to be seeing some of the Cold One Knights, the anti-large armor-piercing cavalry, ready to go, and probably quite good here up against with the Gorby's Chariots. Charging the front are going to be the legendary Chaos Knights with Lances, the boys here with the Flaming Hooves, going to be coming into the front, rampaging up against with the Fury of Cain here. The Dread Spears sadly do fall before they receive all those bonuses here from the God of War. But we do see here the Chaos Knights is going to be just ploughing through the mid pocket, getting into the backside here up against the Shades with the Great Swords, as we do have the very fast Forsaken 46 speed coming up against the Great Swords. So they're going to be outspeeding here the Kite with the Scoot and Shoot with the Gore Beast in the back, and the Ninja Ping Vin is putting on a bit of a performance here, although Balance of Power is not going to be favouring him. In the sky we are going to be fighting here. Looks like there's going to be Master going up here with the Sword of Anti-Heroes up against the Master. 45 on 50 going up against 42 on 41. 668 weapon strength going up against 360, but bonus first large as well here for the Master is going to be a bit of a nightmare. So bonus first large coming in at 30. That is ridiculous. The Master's going to have more bonus first large than the goddamn Demon of Chaos. That is absurdity, but yeah, he needs to get out of here. He does not want to fight this. Do we not have an enfeebling foe here maybe to put down? We should do. Primal Pendulum in my face, trying to catch as many of the Blades of the Blood Queen as possible. Looks like the Chosen Grey Weapon is going to be fighting in the front. Crone Hellebron is going to be doing what Crone does best. And in the middle, the Sorceress of Dark is going to be helping to clear up where she can. Cobalt Knight's going to be fighting with Dread Spears up against with the Gore Beasts, and up against the Forsaken as well. Frostbite is going to be slowing down in the pocket. On the flanks here, we have some Dread Spears and some Dark Riders returning. Balance of Power here is getting absolutely thumped to the Druchii side, as we are going to see the Master butchering up against the Manticore riding Chaos Sorcerer of Shadows. In the middle, we do see the Rampage giving all those bonuses here, which is probably going to be pretty detrimental up against the Chaos. I think here that could be the end. We are going to get the charge in though with the Chaos Knights with the Lances. We really need to save this Lord. He's getting butchered. Word of Pain going down. Negative 40 melee attack is looking pretty bad. It's looking pretty bad. That's going to be negative there. That's going to be army losses. GG's and well played here to Crone Hellebron and the man, the myth, the part map legend. Force representation as a critique is laughable. What's that for? Sorry. Papa, was that something I said? Force representation in a world written as differently, poorly represented gender equality in strength of character, lazy writing, and wrong portrayals of established characters in race. Yeah, I mean, let's not get into it that much. I don't think it's that deep. It's not world ending or anything like that. It's not that deep. Like, listen, if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. I think it's just one of those ones, right? Like, if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's it. I think. But anyway. So 2,260 there for Crone. Very good stuff. 1,700 for the Master, which is very strong. Master was a lot more powerful than I thought. He actually was. 140 there for the Sorceress of Dark. 990 there for the Blades of the Blood Queen. Seriously cool unit. Looks like they had like a mithril sort of guard there down by their legs. It looks they're really fun unit to look at. 513 there for the Blood Rat Medusa, with 350 for the Shades with the Great Swords. 2,000 for the Cold One Knight. Very nice work indeed. 405 there for the Hellebronite Bro and for the Spearman. So 200, 110, and 600. 100 and 300 there for the Dark Riders. For the Chaos Lord of Shadows, bit of a shame there. I think that was the only weakness from the build here coming forward. I think just fighting up against the Master. I think it just needed to drop to the floor and then hopefully try and find some help somewhere. But it was rather... Oh, there was actually 2 Chaos Knights. I didn't even notice. 800 and 730. So 1,500 in total. So not quite paying for themselves. I've always thought the Chaos Knights with Lancers are the best of the Chaos Knights. But still, nonetheless, I don't believe they've always been that great. They pay for a lot of armor. I think units that just solely pay for armor... they do have good charge bonuses. They take an awful lot of babysitting, and they pay for a unit that can be circumvented rather comfortably. But 540 there for the Chaos Sorcerer Shadows. 600 for the Gore Beast Chariots. Quite like the pick there. 400 for the Chosen Great Weapons. But seriously fun build. Like I love watching Ninja play. Like he just brings some really cool builds. It doesn't even matter that it's efficient, and I quite like that. Just play what you want to play. Enjoy playing, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. 150, 200 there for the Broad Horseman. And overall, they are the Tzeentch ones. Okay, yeah, they are the Tzeentch ones. So 280, 400. This is where most of his Marks of Tzeentch went, which is Marks of Chaos went. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. So that is going to be it. Sorry, Ninja, I'm just going to have to boot you there. But we should be able to get the Blackthorn in. Yes, I can agree with that, HDM. I can agree with that. I can agree with their... they've always been relatively poor, I think. No, GG's Ninja. I think you played very well. I think Chaos Knights... my point is, I'm not saying that you microed them bad. It was more that even if you babysat them and microed them really, really, really well, I still don't think they're cost efficient. You got some lovely charges in there. You really pushed through the front line. I actually think you did quite well with them. But I think trying to get their value is really tough. It's really tough. It's almost not worth it. But I love seeing them. Like, I think they're really cool units to watch. And I think it was a seriously fun game. I actually personally don't think the most competitive games are actually always the most fun to watch, right? Like, for example, if you go High Elves, you go 5 stacks of Archers, 5 stacks of Loth and Seaguard, 5 stacks of Spearmen. It's not that fun. It's not that fun always. I don't mind the odd match like that. I don't mind the odd match, but sometimes I love just seeing some cool units in there playing and having fun. But yeah, I thought you played really well. Magnus did nothing right. Exactly, Rebane. Exactly. Rebane knows. So we're just waiting for the big man to join. I don't know if Palpatine and Blackthorn can hear me, but if you guys can just update me... Sure, yeah, sure. If you do your picks and bans in there, buddy, that'd be great, Mr. Palpatine. So we've got 2 really nice guys. Well, we have had 4 really nice guys in the final, and it's one of the reasons I really love being part of DBD. The guys here are just super nice, super fun, and this is just a really fun tournament to see some really cool units. We've already seen some really, really nice units today. I love seeing like the Fireworm. They're certainly one of my favourite cavalry units. And the fact you've got a ginormous flaming lance is just incredible. Or like, I just love the Chaos Knights with all the flaming hooves and the fact they're ginormous now, isn't it? Just so fun to watch. Nothing. Agreed, Rebane. Nothing. GG's indeed. That was a great series. 2-1 there. But we will be seeing Part Map in the final, which is going to be interesting. Ninja, still doing very, very well indeed, my friend. Very, very well. So Papa Palpatine and the Blackthorn. I don't like Striders, and I thought I could do... yeah, I mean, yeah, that's cool. Can people still join, or is it a Challenge 20? So, how are you doing, Kiara? I hope you're doing very well. So today, this is going to be the Death Before Dishonour. So this is the clan tournament. This is kind of like marking my way back into doing some more tournaments again. I'll be doing open tournaments. So this is a closed tournament, which means there was only DVD members were invited. But I'll be doing open tournaments as of next week. So next week we'll be doing another tournament during the week, and then we'll be having, I would think, Battlemania again. I think Battlemania will kick off next Friday, as per usual. So I'll be excited to kick that off, which will be nice. Mr. America, how we doing? Reminds me of the Optimal High Elf vs Bretonia, 5 spears, 4 silverin, and a pile of Loth and Seaguard. What a chore to fight. I agree. Got to go to work. Best of luck with the tourney. Thank you very much, Mr. Sir Tarquin. So if you don't know Mr. Sir Tarquin, do go check him out. There was a link up here somewhere. Really, really nice dude. If you don't know him, he actually did a lot of the work here for me and Ducky. He did Ducky's picture, my picture. Super nice dude. Didn't ask for a dime in return. Just a really nice guy. So he's going to be doing some Warhammer content. Do go check him out. He's going to be down there at the bottom. Go give him a like and a subscribe. Just go share the love. Go share the love. That's what it's all about. New Shortbeard coming up again too. Yes, so Shortbeard will be coming up. What I'm going to be doing is I've got a bunch of mods still on the Discord that want to, just kind of hang around and keep doing some things as I'm coming back. So I'm probably going to be allowing them to solely, I will kick off short bids, and then they will completely control short bids for the rest. So short bids should roll a little bit nicer. They will do everything, and then I will just focus on Battlemania, because with work and stuff, life's got a bit, it's got a bit difficult trying to do all of it all together. So yeah, they're going to focus on short bids, and I'll be around to like kind of help out here and there, but they'll do it, and then I'll do Battlemania myself, and then we'll go through for that way. So yeah, there'll be lots and lots of tournaments coming forward. That link seems to not work. Let me have a look for you, buddy. Oh, so it does. It doesn't work. Oh, my bad. Sir Tarquin, blah, blah, blah. Try this one. Try this one. That one should be better. See if that one works now. There we go. That one worked for me. That one worked for me. Hope that works for you guys. Alright, so map 1. Sorry, I have to remember what these guys are ready. My apologies, lads. I'm a bit terrible like that. Galbaraz, multiplayer. Boom. So, it's going to be the Empire versus the Beastmen. Now, this is an interesting matchup. I think this is pretty rough for Empire if you're not experienced in the matchup, but both these lads are going to be very experienced. Awesome, good. I'm glad that worked. Yeah, go give some love to the big man. He's a champion for sure. The Emperor protects. No, we're gonna have Boris. We're gonna have the Chad Bringer coming to the battlefield here with an Empire captain. And then we're going to have Kazrak One Eye. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, makes his comeback here in Warhammer 3. And I believe that's going to be the Comet. Lovely. So we're also going to have a Bright Wizard here. We are going to have the Legendary Swordsman with some Free Company Militia. We're also going to have a meme tank, which, if you know me, I love me a meme tank. I love me a meme tank. Gambaraz, this is my this is my consent. Beastman hype! So, if you don't know Rakshan, Papa Palpatine is the original Beastmen man. If you went back to Warhammer 2 when Beastmen weren't that great, Papa Palpatine was one of, if not the best Beastmen players in the game. He was just incredible with Beastmen. He would just find a way to make them work. When I did my tournament, and I've done many tournaments where I need people to represent certain factions, and I tried to get the best players to play the best factions. Like, for example, if you think about Grombrindle, one of the best, if not the best, dwarf players in the game. Oh no, Palpatine dropped. No. Palpatine has always been known as one of the best Beastmen players. Just always. The Empire shall stand victorious. Streaming memeing, 100%. Listen, I'm always memeing when I'm streaming. You got to know that by now. Papa P! So, we didn't manage to see that there because I forgot to go back. No! So, so it looks like Papa Palpatine went Beastmen, Skaven, Warriors, ban Vampire Counts. So then Duckthorn went Empire, ban the Warriors. So it looks like, then Beastmen, Empire. So he decided to, yes, I mean, Empire into Skaven is not great. But I like the Empire pick. I think Empire does quite well into both of those. Yes, sir. Palpatine is hella scary, man. And Mr. Blackthorn. If these two don't meme, these two are hella scary, bro. Hella scary. Man, I messed up my speech. Nah, you're all good, bro. Let me get an invite in there. See if we can get him in ASAP. Okay. Let's see if he's getting in. Apologies, I have a message. Let me double check. We're all good. Alrighty. They're in. Fantastic. Let's do this. Yeah, Blackthorn is a good Empire player. Yeah, he's just a good player overall, bro. Yeah, he's a very, very powerful player for sure. For sure, for sure. Alright, let's get into this. Alrighty. So I just got sent a message that I will need to respond to. Lovely stuff. Alright. Just waiting on the Papa P, the big man himself. Men of the Empire once more unto the breach. Yes, I do need to update the scoreboard. You are correct. Let's do that as we have a second. So there's going to be Neil there. We're going to be Neil here as well. I believe on the top was the big man himself. The black... the black thonage. And then on the bottom here, we are going to have Papa, Big Papa P. Yeah, baby. The world beater. How we doing, my friend? Well, I get to stop by for a minute, so that's fun. Hey, how you doing, man? How you doing? How's life going? How's things? How's things? How's things? How's things? And Gron. So, Ad, what is your favourite Dwarven speech? That's my question. How do you feel about Britannia in domination? Yeah, they're okay. I don't think they're like game breaking or anything. I think they're okay. So a bit like it here, but we can see in the front we are going to be having... oh god. Alright, so we are going to be having some of the Chaos Warhammer. Oh my god, what is happening here? We're also going to be having... it looks like some great weapon Centaurs, regular Centaurs. I do think there was a regiment of renowned Centaurs in there as well. Yeah, so we are going to have the Groghoos at the Wolf's Run with the throwing axes. And also have the Drunken Bravado, which is going to give that leadership, perfect vigor, and healing. In the middle, more Centaurs as well. A very powerful with Centaurs is going to be the Papa P. Ungol Spearmen with shields in the front. And so we are going to have the Ungol Raiders in the back here with a Brave Shaman of Beasts. Here with the Transformation of Gdon, the Flock of Doom, and the Jagged Dagger. In the front here, we are going to have some Gorherds. So no regular Ungols. Gorherds should win the front line here up against the regular State Troopers. And in the trees, we are going to have the man, the myth, the legend. Here on his chariot, dug somewhere in a tree, which is, you know, thematic as well. Look at how is he in the tree? He's like fully wedged in that tree. I think that's probably because he's got the woodsman trait. I think he can just cycle through like that. But he's got the dark mail, so spell resistance, damage resistance as well, armor. That's when engaged in melee combat. Yeah. We're also going to be having the apocalyptic vision. Love that. So he's going to be wedged well and truly in that tree trunk. And in the front here, in the superior box, we are going to have swordsman, the Free Company militia here in a quad formation with the Sons of Sigmar, alongside some more swordsmen, some of the state troops spearmen with shields, and then we are going to have a bright wizard in the pocket. Bright indeed. How he doesn't have flaming attacks in melee, I don't know. He has got a ginormous flaming sword on his right hand side, but we are going to have the Kindle Flame, the Fireball, the Burning Head, and the Flaming Sword of Ruin here with the Power Stone. That looks to be good so far. At the front, we are going to have a foot character here of the Empire Captain, who hasn't changed. He's actually going to be paying quite a bit there for the Hold the Line. That there is going to be an uncommon item, so 150 gold cost. So he'll be 5... Oh no, he's actually going to have everything. He's going to bring the entire kitchen sink on foot. Okay, very interesting stuff. And in the sky, we are going to have Boris on a Pegasus. Okay, so that's going to make him a bit faster. He's going to have Crush the Weak. They have to be below 50% leadership. And looks like here we are going to have Deadly Onslaught and the Foe Seeker. On the flanks, we are going to have the Empire Knights. We are going to have some Pistoliers. Pistoliers very good in this matchup, must say so. And more Empire Knights. Meme Tank in the middle. The boy that causes terror and unbreakable. 160 armor. The most armor in the game. And yes, very, very fun indeed. I do wonder what he's going to shoot. I actually think just shooting up the Grokhooves is going to... Oh, we're actually going to have the Sons of Goros as well here. So it's going to be the Regiment of Renowned Great Weapons. These bad boys, I actually wouldn't mind. I mean, they do actually have Guardian, which is actually really handy to pop around there if you do have, you know, any Lords and Heroes on chariots. But, you know, that Rowdy and Perfect Vigor. But would quite like to see them, you know... I think Drunken Bravado would have been quite nice. Just having Healing Cavalry would have been really good. But this is going to be very powerful. Ambush Master in the tree. Exactly. Here's the Ambush Master. So, Chaos Warhounds coming around the flank. There's not a lot for them to shoot into because, of course, you know, the Free Company militia can also, they're a good hybrid and they're pretty decent melee combatants. They can fight quite well. Meme Tank charges forward. I don't know where he's going to shoot. Probably the Sons of Goros. Might not be a bad idea. Shoot and scoot here from the Pistoliers. They'll just wreck frontline infantry. The Goreheads, of course, going to be the melee variant, so they're not going to have any shields. Over on the left-hand flank, the Kazrak One-Eye charging round to the left-hand flank alongside some Centigals here. In the bank here, the Grokhooves going to have quite a bit of fire at their front line. And we do see here the Pistoliers going to do some pretty decent damage. Going to be taking down the Goreherds rather quickly. AP not too necessary. Goreherds, of course, only have 15 armor for a, you know, kind of a mid-tier troop. It's a little bit rough. Wouldn't mind seeing some of the Empire Knights coming to the you know, left-hand side of the battlefield. We see a big charge coming down here on the State Troopers in the yellow. And that glorious yellow is now going to be coated in that crimson red blood as they fight here in the middle. Just glorious blood and death everywhere here on the left-hand side. With a Burning Head coming through, just forcing these troops to have to back off. And that awful screech in the backside is going to be a Feral Manticore summoned from the pits of chaos here to just, you know, devour on the troops of the Empire. In the middle, we are going to break apart the Goreherds. Now it's going to be the Ungor Spearheads to charge forward and take most of the tank. Probably wanted the Ungor Spearheads leading. They would have taken quite a lot of that tank out of the front line. In the middle, Kazrak going to be doing the business, fighting here up against the Swordsmen. Empire Knights in the back probably want to fight. They're going to be going up against the Great Weapons here. Not too good for them. Fighting regularly here of the Centigals would have been a little bit better. So good charge in the backside here. We do see the Free Company fighting up against the Grokhooves. Free Company militia are going to be charging into glorious melee combat, and the Pistoliers have fallen. Pistoliers here going to be doing all the work, but sadly falling to the big great axes of the Sons of Goros. In the backside here, 2 units of the Ungor Raiders. One is going to get compromised by the Meme Tank. Yeah, the Meme Tank is just going to be shredding through the front line. In the middle, Flock of Doom is going to catch quite a few units here in the middle, including here the man, the meme, the legend. Boris Todbringer is probably going to come in the background. I wouldn't mind seeing him fighting here up against Kazrak. That is actually going to be the strategy. He's going to be a little bit faster here, which is going to be quite decent. I do wonder maybe he was brought to deal with the Crow. Not too sure. Well, I don't know why he's been put on an Imperial Pegasus. I'm not too sure. But yeah, Kazrak's going to be trying to get away here. It's like only 77 speed for him, not too much. 110 charge bonus is something beyond absurd, but still, yeah, very good stuff. It looks like here, unfortunately, the big moves are going to be coming forward. They're going to be butchering most of the Empire. They're going to be running with their... I'm not even saying their tails between their legs. They're just going to be running. They're going to be running pure Empire style. They're not particularly happy. Grogu's going to be slamming on the front door of the meme tank. We can see any throwing axes yet. All throwing axes are just going to be close range. The meme tank is going to be falling. And yeah, this is a sad sight to see such a glorious piece of, Empire engineering falling to just some mere throwing axes. But in the middle, we are going to be seeing Boris fighting here with the Foe Seeker. Looks like he's going to get charged down there by the Warhounds. He does have 85 armor, but he doesn't have terror. He doesn't even have fear here on the Pegasus. So he's going to get, shredded rather quickly, and the Warhounds will fight for an eternity. In the middle, Centaurs with the great weapons are going to be fighting up against the Empire Knights. Not really good for the Empire there, neither for the Swordsman. And that's probably going to be all she wrote. I think here we have fallen rather quickly with the Empire. And now we actually have the Sons of Goros charging through. And that's not looking good there for Boris. In the back, the beam tank is going to be fighting to the best of his ability. The Grogus, I don't think they can fire in combat. No, I don't think so. So they're going to get away here. It looks like the Brave Shaman the Beast is going to try and get away, but it's taking quite a bit of damage. But that is going to be a pull-out there from the Empire. Beastmen certainly are kings. That's for sure. That is for sure. So, let's lock that in then. That's going to be the big Dubsky coming forward for the Beastmen. So, Papa P going to take the lead here. And let's have a look here. So Boris 440, 260 there for the Empire Captain, with 212 there for the Bright Wizard. 370 for the Sons of Sigmar, with 190 for the Pistoliers, and 320. 211, 450, 300, and 466 there for the Free Company Militia, with 150, 130 there for the Swordsman. 330, 300 for the Spearman Shields, with only 700 for the Meme Tank. We are going to be having 230 there for the Empire Knights with 360. All because the Emperor failed his speech. Damn. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. But, maybe Boris would have been more inspired here for the victory. Jib Cott, how are we doing, my friend? Welcome. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. 670 there for Kazrak. The absolute chariot legend. 1.2k for the Sons of Goros, really nice pick, quite like that. 1.5k as well for the Grokus of the Wolf's Run. 675 there for the Brave Shaman of the Beast Magic. 850 there for the Great Weapons, with 400, 480, and 560 there for the Centaurs. 440, as well as 120 with 350 for the Gore Herds. I probably would have preferred to see some of the Ungor Spearmen getting slammed a little bit earlier rather than the Gore Herds. But, still, you got the win with the Beastmen, so you're not too bothered. 580 there for the Ungors. Spearmen coming in at 100, 120, and 130, with 230 there for the Chaos Warhounds. So, Estalian Tomb coming up next. There's no way there is that many maps with EST in them. I don't believe that for a second. I just spell it right. Okay. So it's Estalian Tomb next. Let's see what's on the cards for us here. So it looks like I'll go Skaven, Lizimen, Greenskins, ban the Slanesh. Skaven, ban Skaven. Doc Thorn's like, no! You will pay for that. It looks like it's going to be Greenskins against Skaven. Now this is going to be interesting. I think traditionally, I don't know. I think this favours the Greenskins. I think. I could be wrong, but perhaps. Stop showing my wounds with... Stop sharing my wounds with soul. That makes you happy, hey, Mr. Ray Jam with a big moo. I'm still getting used to Beastmen being called Beastmen because in StarCraft, Beastmen is Short for bad manners. Oh. Oh, BM is short for bad manners. Oh, right. Okay, I'm with you now. I'm with you. Right. Alrighty. So guys, we're going to be getting, you know, probably close to the halfway point here. So if you are enjoying today, do feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Do feel free to leave a like. And for those that do check out the description, I do a Twitch as well. I do Twitch. I'm going to be doing a lot more on Twitch now. Twitch normally sees me doing more campaign-y things, or you might see me do like a come at me bro, which is where you guys get to play against me in multiplayer. Or I might just go on like a ladder stream or something like that. But I think I might just do ladder streams now on YouTube. But we'll see in the future. And I've done some other things as well. So I did some other fun games. Like I got early access for like some games. So I did some stuff there. I did some early access elements as well. I might do like a dwarf campaign soon. Like a legendary very hard dwarf campaign. And just have some fun with that. I've just been wanting to do it recently. Obviously watching just Lord of the Rings. I just got really excited to play the Dwarfs again, so... Oh, thank you very much, Mark Clark. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, yeah. So do feel free to go check me out there if you haven't already. And then there'll be a lot more of this coming forward. There'll be a lot more of the Warhammer coming on YouTube. It hasn't been as consistent as I would have liked, but life just hasn't allowed it, sadly. But yeah, we'll be getting back with it, and yeah, certainly having some fun. No, thanks, Ad. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Plus Thunderhammer. Lasguns and 40k Nurgle. How can anyone be looking forward to it? There is no Astartes or Custodes in Darkside. Yeah, I'm still looking forward to it. I think it's still going to be a great game. There are no squads in that game. That is the main problem. Dude, there is no point in Thunderhammers with no Astartes to wield it. That's not a conversation that... I'll let you guys check that one out. That's a good shout, Harabek. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. Ready when you are, Mr. Blackthorn. Alright, so the Skaven versus the Greenskins. Looks like we're going to be going with the sub-faction colours here, so it could be quite an interesting, array of colours. Oh, look, coming with the beautiful green. We are going to be having the Goblin Great Shaman here with the scroll of leeching and looks like the crown there. Maybe on a spider, didn't see that one there. We are going to get the, is that the Night Goblin Squig Hoppers? Possibly. Looks like the 8-peak loonies, and there's going to be 4 regiments of renown here. I might have to slap you on the wrist there, Mr. Blackthorn. That's a lot of regiments of renown. But then I have been known to do that as well. Yeah, I've just realised this is a full goblin build coming from Blackthorn. It took me a second, but that is a full gobbo build. We ain't gobbos. Larry, man, how are you doing, buddy? You don't need a Thunderhammer to serve the God Emperor brother. Imperator. Oh my god, Gobbo... Gobbocalypse. Gobbopocalypse? Gobbopocalypse. Oh my god. Gobbopocalypse. Would be good if I could say it. No, do you know what? Screw it. It's going to be the Gob Tide. It's going to be the Gobby Tide. Just because I can't speak. Alright, so we're going to be on the Astalian Tomb, which I really think they've updated quite nicely. Like some of the colours and the trees. There's certainly been some stuff moved around. And there was never this much vibrant colour in the map, as far as I can remember. It looks like it's been changed a considerable amount, because I seem to remember on this right-hand side there used to be a path leading up, if I remember correctly. So they kind of kept a lot the same, but also changed quite a bit. There used to be a castle in the background, which I can't see now. Unless this is it? But it looks like they've moved it all around. Interesting. Alright, so for the Scav and the Rat Men, yes, we are going to be having the Clan Rat Spears. Clan Rat Spears in the middle. Clan... Oh, no, they're not Clan Rats. Oh, they are Clan Rats. The Clan Rats next to the big boys, the big ogres. So, Night Runners in the middle. More Night Runners, Night Runners, Night Runners. So, 4 Night Runners. Some Death Globadiers. Love that. Lots of Death Globadiers. And some Rat Ogres. 1, 2, 3 of the Rat Ogres. No, of the Regiment of Renown. We are going to have the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. Big fan of these boys. What's their 40%? 20%. Fire resistance got nerfed quite a bit in this game. Quite surprised. So, we are going to be having Ikit Claw here with his Terror. So he's going to be on the big Doom Wheelius. Here with the Warp Lightning and the Death Frenzy. Here with Unlimited Power. And also the Brass Orb. We are going to have the Assassin here with Slippery, the Rifle Hide Talisman, and the Assassin's Trophy. Concealment Bombs, and then of course that Physical Resistance. So that looks to be it so far. Oh my god. Well, this is going to be, this is going to be interesting. Some Squiggy Hops in from behind, including the Durkit Squigs. That's the one I was thinking of the name. Holy hell, what is this? Oh, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. If you can see the smile on my face right now, I'm a big fan of this. Blackthorn is an absolute Chad. What a bloke! What a bloke! This is absolute full nuptial plays we're saying right here. He is grabbing himself by the ball bag and just pushing, just absolutely chin deep down into this beast. That is absolutely fantastic. So the 8-beat loonies here at the front, 9 goblins in the middle, including the warlord boys here with the armor sundering, lots of the night goblin archers with the poison in the middle, the nasty skulkers with, oh, he's going to be on a wolf! Of course, Ducky would say, if you're going to bring the goblin great shaman, the only way to bring him is on a wolf. It's the only way to bring him. It's the only way to do it. And in true fashion with evasion, arcane conduit, here with Don't Even Try It, Itchy Nuisance, Vindictive Glare, and it's like Curse of the Bad Moon, which is a fantastic spell. 9 Gobby Squig Hoppers. Oh no, it's like he's given up the push in the back. Oh, I was really kind of hoping he'd push it in the back there and slam on this build, but this is going to be very interesting. Oh, this is a bit interesting. He can only Vanguard to here, but Greenskins can Vanguard all this way. It's a bit bold. Alright, looks like they're ready. Looks like they're ready to hammer off here. This is going to be a quick one. Indeed, this is going to be an absolute slam fest, and I'm excited. I'm going to get in there. So we're going to start, and then immediately it's going to be Gobbo on Rat Violence as they slice and dice here up against the Night Runners. There's so much combat straight off the rip. The whole system's going to lag. So we have the Death Goblin. Oh! Night Goblin Fanatics have been eviscerated on the front line. Holy crap. The Globadiers just destroyed these Night Goblins. There's no way those mushrooms are ever going to protect these crazy cretins again. That was fantastic work. In the backside here, Ikit Claw is going to be cycling through the Goblin Archers. We are going to see the Brass Orb in the backside. And then we are going to see Damoon get in the backside here. And he's going to cycle straight through the front here of the Bombardiers. As we see the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers in the backside. The Moon here is going to be screaming at the front line here as we rear charge with all of the Night Goblin Squig Uppers. We are going to see a Warp Lightning down on the side here, slamming onto the front of the Rusty Arrows. On the right hand flank, the Nasty Skulkers, Durkit Squigs, and all elements of Goblin Madness going to be firing on the right hand side. And we do see here the 8-peat Loons, then Fanatics, going to be good here in the front line. Really want to see them cycle through the front. So they have changed. You don't have to wait 15 seconds of melee combat, just 15 seconds in total, and then you can use their abilities. So Clan Rat Shields here, going to be chasing up against the Night Goblin Archers, but a lot here is going to be breaking. Archer's going to be firing amongst Ikit Claw, and it looks like the Assassin's just going to be doing the business in the middle. Balance of power is hugely shifted towards the Rat Men. I think the Greenskins got just eviscerated in this front pocket. I mean, they are just running for the hills here. Like, they got destroyed. I mean, it just wasn't even fair. Like, the bombardiers just destroyed everything in the middle here. It was just a goblin mess everywhere. Like, look at this blood pile. There's an absolute shatter of corpses. It was something. So it looks like the Nasty Skulk is going to be breaking in the middle. The Night Runner is going to be butchering them with the Death Frenzy, giving them so many bonuses in the melee stat department. It looks like here the Goblin Great Shaman going to be fighting up against the Clan Rats. With the Assassin coming across, he's actually going to have Don't Even Try It on it, which is nicer, but they're also increasing the cooldowns. Now, damage per second is huge. In the back, the Rusty Arrows are going to be wavering. Are they going to drop here is the question. Clan Rat's going to be pushing the Habit Armor Sundered. Perhaps getting a couple of bolts to the face there from the Rusty Arrows. Night Runner's going to be moving into the backside here, going to compromise the Goblin Knight Archers. And that looks to be it, I think. We do see some of the Night Goblin Hoppers in the back. The Rat Ogres will just grab them limb by limb and just rip them to shreds. Doomwheel goes vroom vroom. Indeed, the Doomwheel just absolutely skirt all over the face here of the Goblins. I've actually fight is in the middle here. So he's going to be in the middle just doing all of the good stuff. Let's get a good KO on this. Let's have a look in the middle. So he's going to be on his Doomwheel I mean, it's a fantastic way to watch him just absolutely destroy just everybody here in the middle. He's just all about the power. Right Ogres here are just going to be thumping into the front line, just destroying Skaven and Goblin alike. It doesn't really matter. If you're in their way, you just will feel their wrath. In the backside here, all of the Goblins going to be breaking. The Squig Hoppers have had enough, and I don't blame them. Nasty Skulkers losing here to Clan Rat Spears. The Bombardier is going to be charged at the front. I think this is going to be a pretty disgusting volley. I have no idea how much these cost, but they are filthy. 64 armor-piercing missile strength. That's pretty gnarly. That's going to be army losses. GG's and well played. Holy hell. Holy hell. That was something. That was something. Yeah. I don't know what to say about that, apart from we're going to have the 8 peak loons left here with one model and we fall. Holy camole, that was a game. That was a game. I don't know what to say. Those Globadiers just wrecked the 8 peak loons. These boys came to the battlefield as the Regiment of Renown and they got destroyed like any other Gobbo. Yeah, they got 52 value and that's all they have to write home about. Globadiers coming in at 1,500 and 650. 930 there for the Assassin, 850 for Icket Claw. 440, 520, 80 there for the Rat Ogres, all looking at 4 HP. 65 there for the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers with 220, 370, 270, and 430 there for the Night Runners. 32, and then also 350 there for the regular of the Clan Rats. Spears getting 615, 240, 107, and 54. Without the shields here, getting 250. So for the Goblin Grey Shaman, 703 there for him, 107 there for the Durkit Squigs, with 360 for the 8 pink loons with the Fanatics, 35, 250, and 250 there for the Night Goblin Squig Hoppers, with 250 for the Rusty Arrows, 52 for the Warlord Boys, with 37 and 111 there for the Night Goblin Fanatics. 130 and 64 from the Nasty Skulkers, with 150, 150, 96, and 200 for the Night Goblin Archers, who were just running for pretty much the entirety of the game. 88 from the Night Goblins, 23 there from the triple Silver Chevron, we saw 0 and 0 for the Goblins. They didn't even get to the front line, they broke. I respect the Goblin meme army. I think it's a fantastic army. What I might do is, before, I used to post armies on my Discord, and it'd be a challenge. Whoever got the best win with the army that I posted, at one time I did do a full greenskin army. I think I'll do that on the Discord again. If you're not on the Discord, do feel free to come join. But maybe I'll post a full army on there that you guys have to go onto land battles on quick battles and try and win. It has to be a quick battle game. And I'll post an army and the best win gets casted on the channel. That was really fun. I remember those in Warhammer 2. Really, really good. So... Alrighty, so it should be Park Duck. Mr. Park Duck, you're up, my friend. Come join me. Come join me. Come join. Come say hello. Yes, you did. Yes, I think they cast yours, actually, Muckluck. I think I did. So, in the finale, here we are going to have Park Map going up against the Papa Palpatine. Thank you, and very well played here to Ninja, Blackthorn, Captain Morgan, Stormrunner, and also Dragonborn. Thank you very much, lads, for playing today. It, obviously, tournament wouldn't happen without you guys. Thank you very much for giving up your time, and of course, playing on the live stream for everybody here to witness and enjoy. So we are now going to be playing on the Altdorf outskirts. There we go. First map is up, and should be pretty fun. We're going to be outside the Empire City, and yeah, I'm excited. It's like modern artillery versus little bows and arrows. Snarsnake planned it. Yeah, why didn't you take Snarsnake? Oh, you could have taken Snarsnake. That would have been so much. That would have been so fun. My money is on Palpatine, but my heart is with Park Map. I don't know. This is gonna be an interesting one. It's gonna be an interesting one. I don't know who's gonna win out of these guys. Alrighty, same pick and ban, gents. Enjoy. Alrighty. Were there any Dowie games, Tihon? No, man. Sorry, there's been no Dowie games yet. I will post one soon. I have some pretty good domination games with some Dowies, so I'll be certainly posting some soon, for sure, for sure. So let's get the scoreboard changed. Papa P is going to be in the second. The Blackthorn sadly has fallen, but Park Map will be getting revenge here for the Black Duck, the Blackthorn, or the Thorn Duck, we should say. He'll be getting all of the comeback here for his legendary compadre. Boom. But yeah, I'll be doing some more fun tournaments coming soon. So before, I did do a tournament, and I will tell you guys about it. I can't remember what I called it. I should be able to find it here for you guys. It was called Death, Dishonour, Order, Honour, and Chaos. So what I did was, in Warhammer 2, is I split all of the factions, when there was 15. There was 3 factions in each. And what you did, so I think in Death there was Tomb Kings, Vampire Counts, Vampire Coast. And if you picked Death, you could only play those 3 factions for the entirety of the tournament. And then I think if you picked Destruction, I think there was like Greenskins. I can't remember. And I'd have to go on here and have a look. It was a really fun tournament, but I might do some more tournaments like that. I'm sure I can find it here somewhere. It must be in here somewhere. There we go. Death Destruction. Oh, apparently I never finished it. Oh, I never finished it. My bad. Yes, let's have a look here for you guys. So, it was Death had Vampire Counts, Vampire Pirates, Tomb Kings. Destruction had Greenskins, Dark Elves, Skaven. Order was Empire, Lizardmen, Wood Elves. Honor was Bretonnia, Dwarfs, High Elves. And then Chaos, of course, Warriors of Chaos, Norska, Beastmen. So, there was like, the alliances there was those 5 elements, and you could pick any one of them. So that if you picked Chaos, you'd have to play only Warriors of Chaos, Nautical, and Beastmen, and they were all best of 3s. Pick one, ban one. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. Well, I must say it's been a while since Papa Ultimate Pounding. I love that. You know what would be fun? Contest choosing the best background music for each faction. The music can be from anywhere. Oh, okay. For sure. Force it, lady. Exactly. Larry Mad knows they're hiding in their little caverns, waiting for the victor so they can come up and strike and kill these foul greenskins and Skaven. But I might do another tournament like that. You know, like the Death, Destruction, Order, and Chaos. I think I might just call it like Death, Destruction, Order, and Chaos. That's what it was going to be originally. But I found that, you know, it was really tough. So we got 23 factions, so I have to find a way to kind of like split them up. Yeah, we should be able to find something. For sure. And yeah, should be pretty good. Might do some tournaments like that. Yeah, we'll have some fun stuff coming forward for sure. Alrighty. So this time we're going to start with Khorne, Nurgle, Tzeentch, Ban, Cathay. Coast, Ban, Khorne. So it's going to be Coast versus either Nurgle or Tzeentch. So Coast versus Nurgle, I think it's going to be an absolute obliteration. So I think it's going to be Tzeentch versus Coast, I think. Looks like... okay, mate. Yeah, looks like Palpatine has to do something for 5-10 minutes. So we'll just hang out here, chat and chill for a minute. Yeah, see what's going on. Here's the Green Seas song, Easy Win. Nah, it's got to be a Dwarven song, hasn't it? It's got to be. It's got to be the boys. I think the only way you can win, or maybe you could win as Nurgle against Vampire Counts, perhaps. Coast, sorry. Maybe you just have to go full rush, like 4 Furies, and just absolutely, like, just ruin them with just mass speed, like Forsaken... Spawn, maybe Spawn of Nurgle. Yeah, maybe that's the way to do it. Maybe that is the way to do it. But they got cheap halberds and they got cheap infantry and just so many lines and guns. I can't see it, but being harsh. Yeah. Maybe Nurgle can do it. Maybe Nurgle can do it. Cheap Lord in the Sky. It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. On Outdorf, though, it's going to be quite interesting. There's going to be some trees in the way, so we'll have to see. Okay, looks like we're all good. So, in the final, we're going to be playing on Outdorf Outskirts, then we'll be playing on the Kislev Troll Country, and then we'll be moving on to Dok Karaz. So just a best of 3 here in the final between these two champions. So next week, I think on Wednesday, we'll probably have a King of the Hill, something of that fashion. And then on the Friday, we'll do, I would have thought, Battlemania, I think. So we'll have some good tournaments for you guys next week, which should be pretty fun. Yeah, should be pretty fun. Alrighty. Let's see how we're getting on here. See if the big man's back. Looks like he's not back yet. Cool. Alright guys, well give me a minute. I'll pop out, grab a drink, come back, and then we'll be kicking it off. So let me just find this. I'll be back in 1 minute when the big man's going to be back, and then we'll get it kicking off. Alrighty, we're back. So let's see what we got here. See if we got the big man. Ah, he is back. Fantastic. So he is back, so we will be ready to go again. For the green boyos. For the boys. For the boys, for the boys, for the boys. So who, in your mind, do you think in Warhammer... Yeah, so I thought it would be Zinj for Palpatine, yeah. I thought it would be Zinj. So who in Warhammer 3 do you think needs the most love? What's your current thoughts at the moment? Who do you think could do with some nice updates? Or is there a new faction you'd like to see? For you guys, what is it that you want at the moment? If you could go, cool, CA is going to take my opinion and they're just going to do it. What do you want? What do you take? Also looks like here that Death by Ducks is going to be the biggest pick. I like that one. Or Dishonour by Ducks is also pretty good. I don't know how many of you knew that Death Before Dishonour is what DVD stood for. I don't know if any of you guys actually knew that. I wasn't sure. Well, the ready? Let's kick it off. So out of Outskirts is going to be Zinj against the Vampire Coast. Dowie needs some love. Yes, I agree, Harabek. I agree. That is the only right answer. It's the only right answer. They need Bugman. That's what they need. They need a regenning character that has Bugman Brew with absolutely no negatives. He also needs to have Vanguard deployment and Stalk. A nice juicy crossbow that has AP. Perfectly balanced character. He also has to have Stalk. He needs to be Oxyosol on steroids is what I'm trying to say. He also needs 120 armor and a silver shield. At least 120 armor. If not 125, you know. Yeah, he's got to be stocky. Siggy does feel different. Not hugely different, but he definitely is different. 100%. 100%. Alrighty. Then we need infantry carriers that can shoot through windows like sleds, but only if you put men into them. Wait, what? Don't we need infantry carriers? Oh, they can shoot through windows and stuff. Oh, I see what you mean now. I'm with you now. They need like a people carrier that they can shoot through windows and stuff. But like, yeah, I see what you're saying. To be quite fair, I would take hog riders. I would just take like hog riders. Would be perfectly good for me. Like hammers on hogs or something like that. Like would be like seriously cool. I would just take that. I know it's not all that lore thematic, but there are some things in this game that aren't, and I'm okay with that. Anyway, on the front, we are going to see some Chaos Halberds. So I always think about Tzeentch in the old school version of Tzeentch before they got all the Chaos editions. So we are going to have some Marauders as well on the front. Blue Horrors, Mass Pink Horrors, Blue Horrors of Tzeentch, yeah, lots and lots of infantry. Chaos Warriors with Halberds, which would be a bit of an interesting one. Of course, they have that marker Tzeentch with the reflection, and that charge defense first large. Double here of the Flamers, more Halberds, Pink Horrors to the skies, and then Sartorial the Everwatcher. The man, the myth, the legend. Greater Arcane Conduit, Metal Shifting, here with the Plague of Rust, the Searing Doom, and Stand or Die. Love it. Love everything about that. So, for the forces of the undead, we are going to be having some of the animated hogs. I love this. I don't know if they are still complete crap. They might be. I have no idea. So the Bloody Reaver deck with the pole arms here with that hunger mechanic, giving regen there in melee combat. We're also going to be having all of the defenses there, plus Enrage for that damage resistance, which is quite handy. In the middle of the animated hogs here, backed up by more pole arms. Death Guard here with the dual-wielding battle axes. Zombie Pirate deck and gunners, with also the bombers in behind. We are going to have the black spots, which I believe do have a nice ability. They have extra powder, which gives them more damage when they are above 80% ammunition. Which I think having a gunnery crab might be quite good for that. Just restocking ammunition keeps them with that nice DPS. Count Knuckles in the middle. He's going to have the Arcane Conduit and Hunger. Here with the Invocation of the Heck and the Drowned Dead. The Captain's Wrath, Moondar, and Rasor, which is, all pretty standard, all pretty powerful, all pretty knowing. More pole arms in the back, more animated hulks. Surprised they're going to be seen over crabs. Yeah, interested to see what they do. They will get shredded with 35 armor, however. And we are going to have the Regiment of Renown in the middle of the Tide of Scold, which do actually have Rowdy. That actually gives them bonuses there on their Vigor and extra leadership, which, when you're very low leadership can help quite a bit. But is it necessary? Probably not. Probably not. I think Tzeentch is going to wreck this army, but we'll see. We have one unit of the deck gunners in the middle. That should keep Sartorial at bay, but we'll find out. We'll find out as we go. My money is on VC. VC is super strong right now if you can play them well. Yes, agreed. Agreed, Ad. Agreed. We need Screaming Goats for the Dowie. Indeed. 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 Agreed. You don't have to make the goats that fast. Just giving like Dowie like 50-60 speed would be acceptable. It just gives them a little bit more ploy in like domination and stuff. And here we go. We're off. Sartorial is going to charge forward like the Chad he is, going into the trees, delving into the realms here. So the undead are going to be outside here on the Outdorf outskirts, and Decker mobs await the line. Bombers over the top here with quite a lot of battle armor. You've got to be careful they're not going to get shot to death though. They do rely on fighting in melee combat. The only problem here is going to be is this army going to get shredded by Mass Pink and Blue Flame? That is the main question we need to ask. Did we have... No, so we have Plague of Rust and Searing Doom. Okay, interesting. So we're going to go for the Law procs here on here. So the base weapon damage, I wonder if that will cast... That's an overcast. Yeah. That's some really good damage. Nice stuff from Papa Palpatine out the rip. That's good work on top of the deck gunners. That's down to 24 models. We are going to see an invocation of Nehek. Have to heal all the models before we get any bonuses. And now Sarthoriel is going to get his bread well and truly buttered here. Coming to the front, it looks like we are going to get the Blue Horses inch. They'll wreck the front line of the zombie pirate deckhands. And yeah, this is going to get interesting. This is going to get interesting. Those shields really are going to protect them as they fire into the front lines. And the zombie pirate deckhands do need to get in there rather quickly. They're not known for their speed, though. They're not known for their speed. Pinks over the top, flamers coming around the flanks. Got to be careful, though. These pirate gunnery mobs will rip apart these flamers rather quickly. So pole arms are going to be waiting on the flanks. Pink horror are going to be firing over the top. And if you're not careful, these blue horrors are pretty decent melee combatants. Same here for the boys in pink. They will get in and they will do some disasterly stuff for sure. So gun's going to be firing pretty decent damage here. We're going to be firing over the trees. Got to be a little bit careful with that. But in the backside, so we're going to be shooting here up against the flamers. So we are going to see another Searing Doom in the back, but it's like the deck gunners do drop. I actually wouldn't mind seeing the Regiment of Renown. The Regiment of Renown having that negative 16 leadership penalty there while firing at something is quite nice. Also having them as a ethereal can be quite handy indeed. So the bombers are going to be firing into the front. They're going to be deleting all the infantry here of the blues. It actually looks like the deckhand bombs are going to be winning rather convincingly, which is interesting here. Firing up against the bombers, they're going to be dropping as well pretty quickly. Pink horrors will do all the disasterly work. Pretty decent armor piercing for the pinks as well. Should be about 5. Yeah, 5 AP per missile is pretty decent. It's pretty decent indeed, especially in mass quantity numbers up to 80 models. So it looks like here we are going to get the handgunners moving forward. Pole arms as well going to join the fray with the animated hulks. Over here on the right, Sarthoriel does dive down. That halberd is going to be hopefully carving into the backside here of the KFC Chicken Warrior. And the animated hulk is going to be just bundling to the side here with all those anchors in hand. And now they're going to be thumping up against Sarthoriel. This could be a mistake. Shooting here with the deck gunners in the backside as well. Sarthoriel is in all sorts of KSC problems here. He's going to be getting deep fried in the back like you've never seen. Over the right, we do see here some of the Marauders of Siege fighting up against the pole arms and the hand gunners. Deckhands in the back. Looks like we actually have some flames coming into the middle. What is this going to be here? Looks like this is going to be the faction ability. Good damage on top of Knuckles. But it looks like we're going to be suffering with Sarthoriel. He has 90 speed. I don't know why he's not getting out of here. But Sarthoriel is going to get bombed here by the Wrathstorm. And he's going to fall. Holy no! Papa Palpatine has thrown Sarthoriel right into the dirt. Great collection there coming from Part Map. He's certainly got a big dub coming in the backside. Pink Horror is going to be firing in the front. And it actually looks like here Part Map is going to be taking the ascendancy. I thought Mass Pink and Blue Flame might do it, but you can see most of that differential there is solely going to be the fact that Sarthoriel has fallen. He'll be somewhere in the region of 2.5k, somewhere up to 3k. So he's fallen rather quickly, but now it looks like here the zombie pirate deckhands going to be taking quite a bit of damage. In the middle here, the bloody Reaver deck. I would love to see them fighting up against some of the chosen halberds. That would have been an epic fight indeed. But the bloody Reaver deck are in the back here. Warp Flame has bonked them on the face here thanks to the flamers. Pink Horror is going to be diving into the backside here. More Pink Horror is going to be fighting as well. And you know, they need to kind of divide and conquer here. Just keep one running, keep firing into the backside here of the bloody Reaver deck, and there's not too much they can do. Now, how even is it on the battlefield? Pretty even apart from losing Sarthoriel. Balance of Power will take that into consideration quite heavily, as you can see here at the top. But there's not much meat left here in between, or at least, yeah, there's not much meat in the sandwich, really. Most of the sandwich is going to be held together here by Inoculus, but that's about it, really. Most of it's going to be falling apart. Pink Horror's going to be taking apart the majority of the build. In the backside here, the Depth Guard are getting torn a new one. And you can see here, Papa Palpatine will be starting to gently pull it back. Flame is going to be shooting here up against the hand gunners. Most of the pole arms have fallen here. The Chaos Halberds do fall. And some of the deckhand bombs in the back will be firing amongst the flamers of Siege. That's a lot of damage. Animated Hulk's going to be charging in the backside as well. They're going to be at, not that healthy, 1,990. Pink Boys here probably due to fight up against the Animated Hulks. They can actually hold their own in hand-to-hand combat. Otherwise they're going to be losing their flamers rather quickly. So Pink Boys do need to turn and burn where they can. And it looks like in the back here, the Flame is going to be getting shut down here by Inoculus. I don't think they've seen the flank charge here coming from the big man with the big halberd. But it might be to get some of the pink boys in the back. No, so they're actually still going to be firing up against the black spot. I think the black spot, yes, they do actually have the halberds in the back pocket, which is quite nice for them. Animated Hulk's in the middle, going to be struggling. Looks like it is going to be a bombardment on the face there of the Flamers. Really nice work there coming forward from Park Map. At the top, Pink Horrors going to be fighting up against the Zombie Pirate Deckhands. Warp Flame going to be meeting the front line. Really need this unit of the Chaos Warriors as Tzeentch coming back with those halberds. Other than that, Pink Horror is going to be getting kind of sliced and diced here by Count Inoculus on the side. We do see the Flamers getting compromised by the Animated Hulks. We do have 50 speed here for the Flamers. They just need to get out. Luckily, they have shields, so they can kind of take that charge tank, and now they can, get away here. In the backside, the Black Spot are going to finish off the Blue Horrors, and it's like the Marauders are still going to be holding back the Pole Arms. Deck Gunner still going to be firing in the front, and that looks like that's going to be army losses. Yeah. Very good work there for Park Map. Sartorial, sadly, was a big loss in the middle. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Maybe Village would be better against Powder Faction. Sartorial is a big target. Agreed, Harabek. Agreed. That certainly could be some thought consideration there. 990 there for Sartorial, the Chicken Watcher. 180 and 370 there for the Chaos Warrior Halberds. We also saw 780 there for the Flamers and 630. We are going to be having 670. I'm a bit surprised we only saw Pink Horrors, no Exalteds, and also no Regiment of Renown. I thought the ROR could have been quite nice here. Also, I think maybe going slightly wider with more Marauders, perhaps. But then, of course, you've got mass Blue Horrors, mass Pink Horrors. You could have got mass Marauders. Drop these double Tzeentch Halberds and just go mass Marauders. Yeah, that would have been better. It's always going to be better if you go wider in this matchup. But I still like the build. I think it was, still pretty decently played. Just Authorial was the cost there. 380, 460. Pinks actually didn't do that well. Only one unit. 470, 67, 300, 230, and 73 there for the Blues. Yeah, 153 kills, 420 there for the Marauders. I think just cheap Marauders here would have done really well. If you matched the Marauders up against the Zombie Pirate Deckhands and had the Blues shooting over the top, I think that would have gone quite nicely. Animated Hulks, 390, 280. Interesting. Not too sure why these were brought. They are a huge meme. But, yeah, still quite like them. Nice to see them in here. 144 there for the Tide, with 420, 460 from the Bombers. Polearms, 115, 120, 188. Handguns, 450, 212. Regulars, 200, 150, 41, 150 there from the Deckhand Mobs. And 660 there from the Handgunners. So the Black Spot in the back getting 522, 700 there from the Deck Gunners, with 470 from the Death Guard. The Regiment of Renown here, 540 from the Bloody Reaver deck. They would have been healing. Yeah, so don't really know what value they've got, but 670 there from Count Knuckles. Excellent stuff. So it's going to be 1-0 there to the big man, Mr. Park Map. Where's the score? So, Park Map draws the first blood. So if we go here to the maps, Kislev Troll Country. So we go Kiz. It's going to be the flats of Kislev Troll Country. Oops. So now we need to see what the picks and bans are going to be. So it looks like it's I'll go Lizardmen, Greenskins, and the Vampire Counts. Ban Slaanesh. Interesting. Palpatine says Sathori on foot is the true way. No flying allowed. I love it. I love everything about that. Forgetting Sathori was an oops moment. Yeah, it happens, man. It happens, especially after a long tournament. It happens. Rejects wings, embrace the chariot bird. Exactly. I agree, Storm. I agree. So, I do wonder what's going to be the counter here. So, Greenskins and Lizardmen could suffer against the Dowie. They could suffer against the Dowie, so we could see Dowie here. We could see the Dowie. It's more likely going to be Beastmen. If you went Beastmen, banned Vampire Counts, you'd probably do okay. I could see that coming forward here from Palpatine. There's no way he doesn't play Beastman, I think. Whoa! Skaven banned Greenskins. Skaven against Vampire counts? That's not great. Skaven against Lizardmen? I also think that's not great. But fair enough. If Papa Palpatine wants to play Skaven, Papa Palpatine wants to play Skaven. Yeah, I would go Vampire counts as well. Looks like Park Dark is going to go Vampire counts. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Can't argue with that. Lizardmen are awesome, man. Yeah, the Hang On Summon from Noculus is really powerful. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Agreed. Agreed. So, County Boys versus Skaven on the Kislev Troll Country. 1-0 here to Park Map. Can Papa P bring it back here with the Skaven? Maybe. Maybe he can. No ad. This is just going to be a best of 3 today. Just a best of 3. But with my big finals, like with Battlemania, it will be best of 5 final. Yes, yes. Be best of 3 semis, best of 5 final. Fairly sure Noculus and the Depth Guard would carry the game even without Sarthora getting KO'd early. Possibly. VC Skaven. Yeah, fair enough. But listen, you need to know that Dowie are at the top of the food chain. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Beastmen over the rest. I love that breakdown. Alright, so VC against Skaven. I don't know what the Skaven can do here. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. There's like so many matchups I've never seen. I'm just thinking now, like, I know Khorne loses to Vampire counts, but I wonder if Khorne can beat Skaven. I would just naturally assume they can. Like, I just don't know what Skaven would do to stop that. Like, maybe a lot of Eshin stuff, but... yeah, they probably will do, and they probably will do. Normally, you quite often see Skaven players go elite in this matchup. You'll see, like, maybe like a lot of Storm Vermin Halberds, Council Guard, that kind of thing. A couple of shooters, maybe like one sniper team. And... I've seen Hellpit Abominations brought in this, like 2 of them, including the Regiment Renown, and then you might have like Double Assassin and Deathmaster, maybe. It's quite often seen. What else you bring? This matchup's all about your chaff, though, with Vampire Counts. It's all about how you use your chaff to allow your big monsters to do the work. Hellbits, Mortis, Summons. Yeah. I agree, Ad. I agree. But of course, Vampire Counts have their own Mortis and they have more of them. There was a huge nerf to... what's his tits? What's his name? Oh, Kemler's been brought! Oh, yes! There's going to be Kemler and a White King. Yeah, double Vargov, I think, is insane in this matchup. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty good build. Plus a corpse cart. Yeah. This is just... yeah, it's just disgusting. So, lots of Rat Ogres, War Lightning Cannon... Yeah. Yeah, textbook. Yeah, textbook. Yeah, textbook. Pretty standard stuff. It seems the part map here is to mean business. Interesting Skaven lore choice. I didn't see it, actually. Don't know what that does. So Kemmler, oh, he has death magic. Okay. Does he have death magic, Kemmler? Oh, no, he does have vampiric magic. Okay. So, Gaze in the Gash, I think that was slightly nerfed, I think. I don't think anything's changed in this lore, as far as I'm aware. I think Invocation is slightly weaker. Curse of Years is the same. Sweet. Alrighty, so Escape and Slave Spears, lots of those bad boys, Clan Rat Spears, lots of the Rat Ogres. Poison Wing Globadiers, I think are going to be pretty decent here. Yeah, I think they're going to be very decent. They also have 100 armor. They're so goddamn flipping tanky. I never used to know that. Like midway through Warhammer 2, I worked that out. I was like, oh my god, these things actually have 100 armor. Like, what the hell? But yeah, Gutter Runners for Poison. I've actually seen the Skaven Kite before do quite well. But it's really hard to pull off. Clan Rats, the Tail Slashers, loads of Rat Ogres. Tretch. Now, the one thing about Tretch, he's cheap, and he just doesn't die. The Lucky Skull Helm, so if he's losing in melee combat, he will procs this. Why does Tretch have By Our Blood? Can anybody say why Tretch Craven Tail has By Our Blood? Does anybody know this answer? Going to print screen that. And I don't know if anybody has any rationale as to why he has that. He also has Charge Reflection, that makes sense. Why does he have By Our Blood? It even says Kislev White Warriors are inherently stronger than weaker Empire men. Why does he have this? There's something I don't know, clearly. Anyway, Plague Rash and Billowing Death. Yep, so that's going to be that damage per second. Plague, Vermintide, Scurrying Stone, and the Pestilence Breath. That looks to be it there. So no Hell Pits. We are going to see the Isca's Triads. Big fan of those. The Ikit's Zap Zap Cannons. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty standard. In the flank side there, we do see some Dire Wolves. The Dire Pack Wolves as well, the bonus first large ones. They do have no armor though, so they can get shreked rather quickly. Zombies, White Kings, zombies, including the Tithe, which is still 15%, no 20% now. Interesting. Crypt Horror's got an increase 8 to 900, I believe. Vargolfs, I still believe 1500, just incredibly flipping good. Graveguard, including the Sternsman Graveguard, Skeleton Spearman, Unholy Lordstone, which should be healing, and then also the Vigor Mortis, which actually reduces Vigor as well now. Very interesting. Fellbats in the Sky, more Crypt Horrors, and Heinrich Kemmler, who is going to probably have the Chaos Tombblade, the Curse of Undeath, the Master of the Dead. I believe these two together are banned, I believe. Somebody will have to check the rules for me. I believe both of these together are banned. I think it's just way too much healing. Can't remember. Anyway, Invocation of the Heck, Raise the Dead, the Lord of Undeath, and Undeath Resurgence. I don't think it really matters though. I think it's just a fun game. I don't think anybody particularly cares. In the middle, Clan Vulcan 10 Slashers, and the Zap Zap Cannon is going to move into position. And if it's me... Oh! That was a 360 no-scope to the face for the White King. You, sir, can sit down. Scabscrath has been brought. Yeah, I forgot that they had Scabscrath, actually. But I wouldn't mind seeing the cannon maybe finishing off one of the Crypt Horrors or taking down the Corpse Cart. I think that's going to be a really good target. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wow. Jesus Christ. That we went through all three of them, and one of them bit the dust there rather quickly. Another zap there. There's going to be so many models falling. A lot of them dying here. Yeah, so Crypt Horror is getting absolutely smashed in the backside, which is what you like to see. And now we're going to get the Gutter Runners with Poison charging forward. Probably want to come after the Tithe, but the Tithe do have physical resistance. They don't do magic damage, so maybe just hitting regular zombies would be fine. Because you do need to whittle down these numbers at some point. I don't think Tretch can carry this. Yeah, he got by blood 3 patches ago. Seen the last Tretch. I know, right? Is it part of the Tretch meme? Have CA gone, hey, listen, we're just gonna give him by our blood? He's against left spy. Yeah, probably. Is it like does everybody know there's a bug? If so, they had like a quick hot fix. Why didn't they fix this? So Heinrich Keller is going to be dancing around. It's like the cannon is really trying to smash him in the front. I still think you go after the Crypt Horrors. I think just taking down the monstrous infantry is definitely needed. Regen will not bring back models, but you might do with a bit of invocation, maybe. So why not just, you know, kind of whack on the other Crypt Horrors here? I think that might be the way to go. Cannon so far, what's it paid for itself out of the early doors? It's killed 6 models. 360 value? It's not that great. It's not that great. So Felbat's moving around. We do see the billowing death here from the Plague Beast in the front. I don't know if he actually has to be in melee combat. Yes, he has to be in melee for that. So we are going to summon some clan rats in the front. They'll deal with the zombies. It's going to be a bit of a summon on summon tide here at the front. Doesn't that technically make Tretch the bravest Skaven? 100%. 100% makes Tretch confirmed on stream the bravest Skaven in the game. He has by our blood. He will hold the line to the end of days. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, I love everything about it. So we see Crypt Horrors coming around the side. We actually have the Vargol doing a bit of a right-hand heavy flank. And this is going to be quite interesting. If you pin the left and hammer on the right, this will fall rather quickly. Globadiers at the front. They're going to be firing quite nicely here amongst these zombies. Poison and that tick damage really will take down the skeletons quickly. And of course with the summons, you don't care if the summons die. The summons are not going to stick around anyway. There's noises and summons and sounds and all sorts of things going on with a bit of lag, but Felbat's over the top here, destroying the Ickets, Zap, the Warp Lightning Cannons. In the backside, the Rat Ogres here on the left are going to be fighting up against the Zombies and the Dire Pack Wolves. Dire Packs will do pretty decent up against the Rat Ogres. More summons here at the front. There's a lot of interactions, quite a bit of lag. I do apologise. That is the problem with a Skaven VC matchup. There's just so many models on the battlefield. 3,570 to be specific. So the Dire Pack's going to be fighting here up against Rat Ogres. One was getting absolutely demolished here in the middle. I don't know where that one went. So more Dire Pack Wolves getting in the backside. Felbats lose there. They do have like 44 melee defense or something absurd. It looks like they're going to lose up against the Triads here at the back. The Corpse Cart, the Unholy Lordstone, is just going to be hanging around in the backside. This bad boy needs to get in the middle, and needs to get in the middle quickly. You're losing all that Vigor Mortis, you're losing all the healing. It's a bit of an interesting one, but the Chaos 2 Blade here with Heinrich will be doing all the work. He's going to be fighting in the middle. Are we going to be seeing the big man himself? I do wonder if the big Lord of Death is going to be summoned here in the pocket, possibly. Oh, the cannons! Firing on Kemmler. Jesus. 6 kills, 1,500 damage here so far. Good work. Kemmler is probably going to need to heal himself rather quickly. Count Vulcan in the middle are going to be holding. Balance of power, though, is going to be away from the Skaven. It looks like the mass zombie entourage is going to be doing the disasterly work. Clan Rats with the spears here going to push back a lot of the doggos. The Zabzak Cannon is going to be struggling here in the middle. On the right here, the zombies going to be doing all the work. We do actually see the Weeping Blades activated here from the Iska's Triads. Cannon's still trying to shoot Heinrich. He needs to keep moving. He needs to probably get round on the flank and see if he can shut down the cannons where he can. Poison Globe's going to be fighting in the middle. It looks like we do break down there with the Crypt Horrors. Corpse Cart is now going to be fighting here up against Tretch Craventail. And I read Balance of Power say this is in the favour. I'm not sure if I believe this. Oh no, I think I got this wrong, sorry. Papa Palpatine, I thought he was player 2. I don't know why he's in the red. But yeah, looks like Palpatine is going to take the lead. Yeah, and that's going to be it. So it's going to pull out. So Yeah, okay, interesting. I had it the wrong way around. My apologies. I thought the green was Skaven, not red. So yeah, I think it was just lots of shots here. I don't really know what happened there. A lot of the zombies fell down. I think not being able to shut down this cannon was a problem. 1,980. It was just absolutely spanking Hemrick. 270 there for the White King. 570, 600 for the Vargolf. 270 there from the Sternsman. Oh my god, they did terrible. 10 for the Graveguard. 330, 230 there for the Crypt Horrors. We saw 440 for the Direpack Wolves. 250. Nothing for the Unholy Corpse Carts. 330 there for the Skeleton Spearmen. 140 in the Zombies just did, you know, what zombies do. Nothing special coming from the Rat Ogres. 750, 950 there for the Poison Wind Globes. Pretty good. 430, 100 kills for the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. 1,000 from the Plague Priest. 270. We've got 1,100 from the Gutter Runners, which is pretty decent. I'm not seeing anything here that was overwhelmingly disgusting apart from the cannon. But I think having the Corpse Cart not nearby the Graveguard is certainly a big loss. Vigor Mortis, with all those bonuses to melee stats and healing and reductions in Vigor, is extremely important. Yeah, I don't know. Just fell apart rather quickly. Really unfortunate there for part map, so it looks like Palpatine is going to get the win. Yeah, he's got 100 minute defensive buffs. Tretch is powerful. I don't know why people like memeing on him, bro. He is the number one picked in domination for competitive as well. I'm pretty sure. He's cheap, he's cheerful, and he does really well. Yeah, I think so too, Harabek. I think it was just the cannon. The cannon staying online was really, really important. The failback just couldn't do it. What I would have done is I would have had one failback attack from the front and have one come from the back, and then just try and see if I can sandwich that as much as possible. But the other cannon seemed to win the day. Just smashing on the front door there of Heinrich was certainly the way forward. So it was one apiece. We're going to go into the final here, but there was nothing apart from the cannon really that kind of like ripped it apart. I think mainly it was just the corpse cart play, just the corpse cart. I think. Doc Karaz is going to be the final map. Dredge over Be'lakor. Dredge probably would beat down Be'lakor. He is anti-large as well, so no reason why not. Alright, so let's see what the boys have got to say here in the chat. Looks like Palpatine is quite confident in Skaven in this matchup. So this one's going to have Beastmen, Warriors of Chaos, and High Elves ban Tomb Kings. Interesting with the Tomb King ban. I mean, Tomb King with their new healing statuses are pretty powerful. Interesting on the Tomb King ban. I don't know what I would do here. I would probably... I mean, if I really, really wanted to win this, Cathay, probably. Cathay ban Warriors would be absolutely fine. I do not see High Elves or Beastmen beating Cathay at all. I just think there's no chance in hell that they actually win. He's not 1/6 the cost, yeah, but he will do a lot. You'd be surprised. I reckon it's not that. I reckon he'd do quite well. You can pin it at the top. That's really handy. I didn't even know I could do that. All right, so maybe Cathay. I don't think that he's going to go Cathay. So Khorne ban Warriors of Chaos. Ooh. Okay. I generally think... I don't know. If you went really cheap with Hiles, if you went with a cheap foot skirmish, could you win this? Like, guaranteed. Possibly. Like, cavalry foot skirmish? You could probably win it, I would have thought. Beastmen, I think there's no way that Palpatine doesn't go Beastmen here. I think High Elves plays way out of his comfort zone, I think. But I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure how good Palpatine is with the High Elves. I just know he's really good Warriors of Chaos Beastmen and Skaven. I'm not too sure if he would pick High Elves in this matchup. But Khorne, I quite like the pick from Part Duck. Really quite like it. You've got to meet aggression with aggression. It looks like Palpatine might be going High Elves. It has not been confirmed. Oh no, it looks like he's just going to be going through his builds. What would you guys do? Would you go Beastmen or would you go High Elves here? What's your thoughts? I think I would probably go Beastmen. I think I would probably go Beastmen. Yeah, it's rough. I think I probably would go Beastmen though. Furies will also be a nightmare here. High Elves could do quite well, but Furies are a nightmare, especially with a skirmish kite. Cavalry foot, cavalry foot skirmish. Maybe bring in some Shadow Walkers could be quite nice. Maybe 1 or 2 Shadow Walkers with some Shadow Warriors would be pretty decent. High Elves do a bit of melee infantry, but I don't think they stack up to Khorne at all in any way, shape, or form. I would say I think Papa Palpatine is obviously a lot more comfortable with Beastmen, but I think you might be right. I think High Elves might be the way to play this. So he's gone. He's going to go High Elves. He's going to go High Elves. I reckon a foot cavalry skirmish could be on. Or single entity smash. Maybe bringing a Frostheart Phoenix for debuffs, that kind of thing. Logic, what are Khorne's 3 best matchups? Domination or land battles, Muckluck? Assuming you mean land battles, I would assume. What are Khorne's 3 best matchups? It's a good question. That is a very good question. They're an excellent rush faction. I don't know, bro. That's a really, really good question. I feel like they do really well against the Dowie. I feel like they do really well against Dowie. Gyrocopters could be a nightmare, though. The true answer is I don't actually know. I haven't played enough Khorne in this patch to know what their 3 best matchups would be. I think they do well against Dowie. I think actually maybe they do okay against the Vampire Pirates. You would think they would do well against VC, but they don't. They just lose. Who else would they do well against? But they lose to Cathay. They do pretty well against Slaanesh. They do pretty well against Slaanesh, that's for sure. They beat Slaanesh pretty comfortably. So that's probably one of their best matchups. Yeah, I'd say probably Dowie, Slaanesh. Trying to think who else they do really well against. They're very one-dimensional. You think Greenskins is a good matchup for Khorne? Yeah, you're probably right, actually. You're probably right. You can counter most of their stuff with Bloodletters. Yeah. Probably not wrong. I think they do very well against factions that don't have many summons. So maybe Vampire Pirates might not be so good. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I still think they'd be good against Vampire Pirates. If they went really wide, I still think they'd be very good. I still think they would be. I think in this matchup, you almost indefinitely have to bring Tyrion. I think there is no way you don't bring Tyrion. I think the Fireball would be very good. Yeah, I mean, maybe what's your insights, Mark? What's your thoughts? A great question, by the way. Great question. I feel like they do really well against the Vampire Pirates simply because their infantry will just lose the Bloodletters almost instantly. Also, any heavily armored infantry with shields, like just the regular Khornite warriors, there's just not a lot you can do against them. They're chosen as well, which are like their chosen berserker dual weapons. Just butcher through frontline infantry so quickly. If you go super wide with Khorne, like with lots of Marauders, lots of Bloodletters, lots of Chaos Warriors of Khorne, you just go super wide with Warhounds, etc. Like, I just don't think there's much that VP can do that I can think of. Oh, really? Okay. One problem I have against Britannia is Skirmish Cav. If you could protect the Skirmish Cav and mass archers, I feel like they could be okay. Yeah, I was thinking, so if you just protect... What you could do, right, is if you skirmished the Bloodletters on their way in, like you took Wardens of Montfront, you just took regular skirmish archers, I feel like you could just really kite the front line. Oh, that's another good shout there, Mark. Like, yeah, I think Norsca do suffer as well, actually. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be in the grand finale. We are going to be having Alarion the Radiant going up against Valkyr the Bloody. So the finale here will be having a big bloody show-off here with some very, very elite units, including a Star Dragon. Very interesting. Crushers will wreck all Brett Cav. Really interesting. Biggest problem with Crushers is the same as all elite heavily armored cavalry, is they run out of vigor like that. They pay for lots of armor piercing, they pay for lots of armor, they pay for lots of melee attack, and they just get all debuffed. Yeoman Archers are underrated in general. Yeoman Archers are not just underrated for what they are, they're also really underrated for the faction themselves in Bretonnia. Their actual utilization for Bretonnia is really important. I think you have 5-6 cheap archers, 4 or 5 yeoman archers to skirmish the front line of Bloodletters. If you come in with the Furies, or you come in with the Warhounds, you counter with good heavily armored Bretonnian cavalry, you smash them down, and you just kind of deal with their two strong elements in that way. I think another way to counter that is go full heavy metal. You just go full heavy metal. So in your front line, you probably need some foot squires with anti-infantry, armor piercing, and some cheap chaff. It's probably the way you need to deal with it. But it would be a tough matchup for sure. So the reason I really like the Star Dragon is, what the hell are Khorne going to do about this? The answer is absolutely nothing. Now, they do have some Marauder Horsemen throwing axes, which have fire damage, and their bonuses infantry in melee, good armor piercing. They're not very high on the melee defense for sure. Halberds in the front line. We are going to see some marks of Marauders with the dual weapons, and we see the Heralds of Khorne Fury, the Blood Crushers. I'm surprised we don't see... So they're going to have the Mantle of Immolation. Their negative flame resistance is really handy, especially here up against the Fireborn. So the Fireborn just need to stay away here from the Heralds. So Silver Helms and the Fireborn, Spearmen, and looks like we are going to have Illyrian Reavers at the front. Double Nobles on Chariots. Alariel the Radiant going here with the Heal Cheese, Tempest, and the Star of Avalon. We are going to have breath attacks, 3 of them. They have to be used very well here up against large combatants. The Lord choice is going to be in the sky here with Valkyrie the Bloody. I don't think this is good for Khorne, but they do have 3 units of Marauder throwing axes. So maybe Fleshhounds. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Physical resistance, 40% fire resistance. The martial mastery down to 25% as well. I don't know. I don't know. Only 18 bonus was large. I guess that's quite a lot for cavalry. They also do have 80 charge bonus. So, yeah, we do actually have 140 range going up against 70. I think it comes down to who wins the cavalry engagement, right? So if we have Illyrian Reavers here, we are going to need to have the Fireborn and the Silverhelms protecting these Illyrian Reaver archers. If we kill the throwing axes, there's nothing you can do to take down this Star Dragon. Alariel can fight in the top. Valkyrie the Bloody is going to be having her spear. So the spear is very, very powerful up against infantry. Not particularly needed here. If we actually got the spear down the line here, we don't have a net, sadly. But lots of archer fire here. Get those throwing axes out of the way. Chaos Warriors of Khorne come forward. Heavily armoured. Silver shields. They'll tank. No problem. Warhounds come forward. Star Dragon is coming out. What is the Star Dragon going to do? It is really going to be back and forth here. This is going to be a super interesting game. I can't wait for this one. I think High Elf wins the Cav engagement. I think you underplay the Heralds of Khorne's Fury. These boys, especially with their Hellblade, if they manage to butcher up some cheap infantry, I think they're going to do very well. Very well. They're very powerful. They also have magical attacks. They do circumvent the physical resistance. They reduce some of those flame resistance down to 20%, and they reduce 5 melee defense. I think you underplay it. I really think you underplay it. Throwing axes are also going to be very handy. They do have flaming attacks, which is not great. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Valkyrie the Bloody looks like she's trying to distract the Star Dragon. Nobles coming around the corner. They need to fight here up against the Chaos Warriors. What is this going to be here? Ooh! It's going to be the gang here coming down on top of Valkyrie. It looks like we are going to be using the Tempest. Doing damage here. She can't heal herself. It looks like throwing axe is going to do the damage in the middle, but they're going to try and get on top of Valkyrie. And it looks like we're going to try and do the damage, and then we're just going to heal whatever. Oh, nice hit there for the Star Dragon. I mean, 580 weapon strength there with flaming attacks is going to be rather devastating. Throwing axe is just going to miss. They're not fast enough. And then just a nice little heal here in the middle should be fine. So we are going to have to push with the infantry, and it's going to be a bit of a kite here. We're going to drop back with the Spearmen. Spearmen will be needed in the later stage, especially when it comes to obeying the attacking rolls. Throwing axes in the middle. We do see the Heralds of Khorne Fury. They do need to stay alive here. They are going to be the main counter. Side charge here up against the Halberds. Lances are going to be down, and they charge into the backside here of the Halberds. Lovely work with a heal, trying to combat all of the damage. Throwing axes coming over the top. Oh! Star Dragon, get out of there, please! Star Dragon actually does have ward save. I think thanks to the spell there. Yeah, that's going to be the Shield of Sathray. Yeah, nice stuff. Ooh. The Noble is getting bonked on. That is starting to hurt. That is starting to hurt. That Noble needs to get out of there. That is really starting to hurt. That's not going to heal the Noble. The Noble is getting absolutely shat on right here. We're going to move into fight. The Noble is getting butchered. And now we're going to be fighting here with the Star Dragon. Bit of a hit and miss there with the Star of Avalon. We are going to catch a lot there of the Fireborn and the other Nobles. So good healing in the middle. This Noble has been saved. So really back and forth here. It looks like Balance of Power is going to be in the favour here of the High Elves. So Papa Palpatine, bit of an Earthblood in the pocket, overcasted as well for more healing. We dive in with the anti-large Valkyrie. Should do some lovely work here up against Alariel. But is it worth it? We really can't afford to take too much damage on Valkyrie. It is permanent, and it will take a big toll as the game goes on. Illyrian Reavers coming over the top. Love this play. Good damage in the middle here up against the Marauders. Any models killed here is just massively in the advantage. Getting away with the fireball. Lovely work there. So the Star Dragon is going to be in chase. We do actually see the Heralds of Khorne's Fury. The Dragon gets away. Oh no, the Dragon goes in. Dragon goes in for the kill. He's going down here after the Khorne's Fury. They're not very fast. 62 speed. Going up against 78 here of the Fireborn. And this could be the Heralds of Khorne's Fury. The Blood Crushers going down. Oh, I don't know. Moving around here with the Illyrian Reavers. Healing in the pocket. Trying to keep these troops nice and high. Throwing axes coming across. We need to counter here with the Illyrian Reaver Archers. Noble's going to be caught in the backside. So one Noble here is going to be fighting up against Valkyr. Those flaming throwing axes coming into the backside of the Noble. It looks like we don't have the secret incense. We're not going to get that missile resistance. The Star Dragon may be taking down the Heralds of Khorne's Fury. But this thing is taking an absolute pounding. Those throwing axes, I mean, this is the problem with the Star Dragon. Yes, he has 25% missile resistance, but he is so goddamn bloody huge that throwing axes just do not miss. I don't care what level of armor you've got, these throwing axes will bonk on the front door and they will hurt. Going down here is likely going to be the Noble. Throwing axes are coming to an end here, so we do need to be careful with how many we use. Oh no! Get the Noble out of there! Get the Noble out of there! Dive in here now, you have to go. This thing here is on its last legs. You need to wrap this up quickly. It's going to be down to 433 HP. Alarielle needs to get on her Eagle, over here healing, get this thing back in as quickly as possible. Breath attack down the line here with the halberds. Not the best breath attack I've seen, but still, it is going to kill models. The Heralds of Khorne's Fury have been dealt with. The Noble is still going to be broken. -1 leadership. One heal here will bring the big boy back. Oh, I don't know. Are we going to get the cavalry over here to just maybe give that encourage? Hard to say. Spearmen are over here as well. Throwing axe is going to be in chase up against the Noble. I think you push that angle. I think you push that. There's no reason why not. You're going to be faster than the Fireborn. Get round the corner. Use your Marauder dual weapons to finish off the Spearmen. Start taking the ascendancy here as Khorne. Fleshhounds in the back. Illyrian Reaver Archers are going to be shooting up against the Fleshhound. No, they're going to be shooting up against the Alarielle. Oh no, they are going after the Fleshhounds. I think that's really strong. I think that's where you need to go. Throwing axes in the backside. The Dragon's not looking particularly top shape. And it looks like Noble is on 0 leadership. There is a very, very small chance he might return. Give us a look here. He's on exhausted. So I would think probably not. Unfortunately there. I'll hold that there just in case he comes back. It looks like that's not going to happen. Illyrian Reaver Archer is going to be shooting into the middle. Marauder. Oh, flipping heck. That was disgusting damage there. These Illyrian Reaver Archers are disgusting. 90 speed up against 90. And I think the Marauder Horseman would have won in combat. It looks like he's going to be going off. I hear a hill in the background. That's going to be a Star of Avalon on the Dragon Princes and the Star Dragon. Trying to see if we can finish off this pocket. Throwing axes go down. Fleshhound's going to be dying. Khorne is on its last legs. We do lose the Noble. We do lose the Noble. Oh, bit of a mistake here. Got to be careful. We do see the archers here, the Illyrian Reavers, they're going to be diving into melee combat. Is this what they want? I don't know if this is what they want. Ooh, okay. It looks like they're going to push through here. Maybe push off some of the Marauder Horsemen, perhaps. That's going to be the target. I think that they were the only units that could really deal with this dragon. In the backside, the Noble here is going to be fighting along. Oh, looks like actually the Marauder dual weapon is going to be losing here. Up against the Spearman, but 50 melee defense is quite huge. Bonus for his inventory is not that high. Only 5, but, you know, they're pretty cheap units. And it looks like the Noble is going to be finishing off in the backside. Throwing axes is going to be firing. No, they're not. They're out of ammo. That's a shame. So it looks like these bad boys are going to be finished for the end game. Keep your units nice and tight here. Probably shoot up against the halberds. They don't obviously have those silver shields. They'll take the most amount of damage. Coming back is the Marauder Horseman throwing axes. One left in the pocket. Halberds there on the outside are going to be getting pushed off the edge of the map with that broken status. And another Earthblood here in the back. No, we're going to be cycle charging up against the dual weapons. Dual weapons really have bit the dust here in the backside. Noble's going to be cycle charging into the back. Looking at all those negative leaderships there. And yeah, it's not looking too good. It's not looking too peachy here for the boys in red. So it looks like a L'Oreal just going to be hanging around. I don't know what this aura is all about. Ah, the Shieldstone of Isha. Plus also the Boon of Isha giving magical attacks. I totally forgot about that. So the Boon of Isha giving ITP and magical attacks. Really handy up against the Demon faction, of course. What a silly logic. What a silly logic, forgetting indeed. Breath attack. So I don't know how many got left here with the Star Dragon. One use left. One use left. What do we want to use this on? Probably want to be using this on maybe a long line of the Chaos Warriors, probably. That would probably do. So, archers are going to scoot and shoot. We do actually see that the Fireborn is going to get up and around the corner. What's probably best if you put the Halberds maybe somewhere here and you just form a nice formation. You can see one unit of the Chaos Warriors of Khorne. Going to be a downhill charge here from the Fireborn. Lovely pickup there coming forward from Papa Palpatine. He is going to absolutely spank the Warriors of Chaos. Heal as we come in with the Star Dragon. And that will be a very quick terror out here. Really, that is like, if you're a new player in the community and you want to see exactly how to deal with a mid to high tier infantry unit, that there is the perfect example as to how to do it. Charging with the cavalry, you've got the downhill charge, you thump in here, heal as you go in, rear charge, plus terror, ITP goes, boom, bish bash bosh, dealt with. Easy stuff. Fantastic game, brilliant final here between both of these fantastic players here that the Death Before Dishonour has to offer. Park Map put on a great challenge there. I thought Khorne was a lovely pick, really fun indeed, and I really like the Valkyrie the Bloody. The only problem, you can't heal. Papa P, brilliant build. Just brilliant build. 2,200 for the Star Dragon. 800 from Alaria the Radiant. 1.9k for the Fireborn. Really good Earthbloods. Really good healing there with the Star of Avalon. Keeping those units nice and high. And just keeping everything there in tip-top shape. Only one mistake with the Noble. 650 there for the Noble. Pretty standard strat here from the High Elf. 720 for the Silver Helms. 625, 600 there for the Illyrian Reavers. And Spearman 380. Pretty good stuff. Didn't even see what happened to these Marauders of Khorne. Didn't even see. 450 there for these dual weapons. Throwing axes. 900, 1100, 830. One extra unit actually would have been quite handy actually. Maybe even just dropping one of the Marauder dual weapons. I think having that mobility with the mass armor piercing was definitely needed. 380, 270, sorry, 290, 107 there from the Warriors of Khorne. We saw 600 there for the Halberds and 1,680. 1,155 there for the Herald of Khorne's Fury. I can't help but thinking, would the Regiment of Renown Skull Crushers been a bit better? Not too sure. Not too sure. Possibly could have been. Possibly could have been. But 550 there from Valkyrie the Bloody. Yeah. Good stuff. So we'll put that on the scoreboard. Let's have a little look here. That will be 2-1 victory there for Papa Palpatine. So GG's and well played. The man, the myth, the legend that is not going to be taken by death himself is going to be Papa P. Big wins there for him. Fantastic stuff. And yes, that was a grand finale indeed. I think even with 2 extra axes, Khorne would have still lost. Possibly. It was a tough one. 3 axes really kept them in it though. Really kept them in it. Really did. Hey, Ilya, how we doing? They should be supporting. So I'm just catching what you guys are saying. Yeah, the 3 axes are blobbing too much. Pushing them would be GG. Alright, well guys, I really hope you enjoyed the tournament today. Yeah, it was a fantastic one. Thank you so much to everyone from DVD that did play. Let me finish that off there on the tournament stats. So it's going to be, I think it was game 1 to Papa, game 2 to Park Map, and then game... Oh no, I think Park Map won game 1. Yeah, and there was a double sweep there from Papa. So it should be 2-1 to Papa Palpatine, and we can end the tournament. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please smash that like button. As always, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, check out all the good stuff. I don't know who's going to be streaming right now. Might be able to send you guys somewhere, maybe. There's nobody on YouTube, so let me go have a look at Twitch. Battlesea is going to be streaming, but it looks like ODM is also going to be streaming.
That's rough.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Loopy taking on the Naked Cherub. So I'll leave this down here for the ODM guys. Go raid them. Go say hello for me. Go say quack quack in the old fashion of DBD. So go over there to the Twitch guys with ODM. They're going to be doing some more multiplayer Warhammer 3. So do dive over and say hello from Logic and quack quack. And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening. I'll be back next week with some more tournament stuff. Amazing casting. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. I'm very, very glad you enjoyed it. The dragon dodging was great. Hopefully we'll see some Dowie next time. Hopefully we'll see some Dowie. But guys, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Hop over to Twitch. Say hello for me. Even if you just hop there for a second and say hello, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll be seeing you all in the future. So take care of yourselves. See you soon.